All right, we are live on Twitch, I believe. Should be live on YouTube in a minute. If you're watching this after the fact, please feel free to hit the forward, fast forward, whatever button. And let me see if we are live. I wonder why it sends no, we are live on YouTube. Okay. All right, well, let's get the ball rolling. Bear with me as I log in. The old YouTube app. All right. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. We'll just dive right in. We did a Mr. Yo night a few weeks ago, maybe a week or two ago. After we played a whole bunch of games online. Tonight we're gonna showcase the gameplay of MbL. Lisa, hello, hello. How are you tonight? Just bear with me as we get the ball rolling as I set things up. Of course, it's a MbL watch party, so naturally the screen has to open on Sebastian. MbL is to the south, playing as the Huns in blue. Game number 1, he's taking on Sebastian, playing as the Japanese in red. Okay, possibly historic matchup here. No water here to help out, but two very good civilizations. Should I get Domino's for dinner? I mean, the answer is almost always yes. Fang Fang, hello. What would we be getting from Domino's? I mean, obviously a pizza, but what kind of toppings are you thinking of tonight? Dan May says, get a can of Coke for me. Get a can of Coke for all of us. All right, let's take a look at the bases. We are on Arabia, which means not a lot of forest coverage. Primary gold for our Japanese to the front, stone to the back. Attack path between the two bases, aside from an odd little bit of water. Some turtles and shrubs and trees, pretty open. Lemon bushes in the front, additional gold off to the side and to the back. Where's his third gold? To the bottom. And extra stone to the forward position. Looks like both players have their extra stone to the forward position. Very interesting. Both players with their stone in a bit of a neutral position here. Just had some Chinese and dim sum. There's a buffet north of Toronto called Mandarin Buffet. That's a Chinese buffet. Very famous, very long-standing buffet. Man, do I miss it. I have not been there in a while. Primary gold for MbL to the back. Primary stone off to the side. Also base completely open in the forward position, which for him is the north. For Sebastian is the south. MbL's got additional gold to the back, additional gold to the back. And as we saw, both players with their extra stone very much in the forward position. Forest not really helping anybody here. Thinking of thin crust with pepperoni and a regular with Philly steak garden palm. Ooh, that all sounds very tasty. Let us know what you ultimately decide and how it is. C. Gornati, nice to see you on Twitch. At least I'm hoping by the time the stream progresses. Redeeming the first. Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to update the meme of the day. So if you're watching this on Twitch, do not redeem for meme of the day, because it's the same meme that it was yesterday. So Lisa, as I have to tell you, I'm sure by the time you order and it arrives and you eat, we'll probably be 1 or 2 games in. I mean, man, oh man, can you blame the players for wanting to play Runestone instead of Arabia? Look at this forest coverage. It's atrocious. Our Hun, by the way, not making any effort to get the berries. Is this some kind of new Hun meta that I'm not familiar with, as MbL is already heading up to the feudal age? He is about to get Japanese drushed. Well, let's see if the players have seen. I'm assuming based on Red's movement, he knows. Actually, maybe he doesn't know. Very interesting. Okay, Sebastian made the right guess. He had a 50-50 chance. Do I go up or do I go down? He chose down, which means he's going to come across a few of these Hunnic lumberjacks. Has MbL even moved out of his base? No. He's kind of got to the center and then turn around. We need every available villager, every available soldier here. Oh, and he actually gets the first kill as my mouse starts derping out for some reason. But he loses a villager, Sebastian. Managing to pick that vill off, and he is still a minute and a half away from going up to feudal age, which means our Hun has a decent advantage in feudal age. He is going archery range. And it looks like he's finally going to take the berries. Is this, again, is this some kind of new attempt at a build order for the Huns, ignoring the berries and going instead for the pushables and the huntables? Herdables? Huntables? Our Japanese is not done yet. He's going to keep the pressure on this side of the map for as long as he can. He's now 25 seconds away from the next stage. 2 villagers ahead. One of those naturally, one of those cause of death Japanese army. And now we're both in the feudal immediate economic upgrades. Okay, so Sebastian's playing it bit of a slow play, even though he's the one being very aggressive here with the early push. Archer heading across the map will run into a spearman. Okay, so MbL now knows where his opponent is. Has discovered the eastern wall off. He's going to discover the southern wall off. Funnel shape here for our Japanese. MbL sees it, immediately backs away. 11 minutes in, we're still at 1 kill apiece. MbL is making absolutely no effort to wall in his base. It always kind of sucks for the Huns. On the one hand, you start the game with 200 population. You don't need to build houses. You don't need to worry about anything like that. On the other hand, you can't build houses. So even if you wanted to, as part of a wall off. So I'm assuming the muscle memory of these pro players who are pretty used to walling off with houses, especially when they come under quick attack, the muscle memory must kind of have to be rejigged a little bit when you play the Huns. The Ghoul, hello. Will all these new civs with their special powers the Japanese feel weak in the late game? Really? Ooh, I don't know. Japanese are pretty powerful throughout the game, to be honest. I don't mind the Japanese. Kataparuto, Yasuma are 2 pretty damn bonkers unique technologies. Now that they added the Cav Archer coming with an attack bonus against regular archers, their cavalry, which is already like perfect. I mean, their archer line, which is already like perfect, packs an even bigger punch. But I kind of get what you're saying. A lot of these new civs come with a lot of really cool features. Feels like the older civs need a little bit of a Persian style rework. Fun, you like Japanese trebs that are the best? Yeah, Kataparuto trebs are ridiculous. They pack and unpack 4 times faster. They fire a third faster. Is it 33% or 25%? I think it's 33% faster. 25% I think is the Celts. MbL here aggressing with 11 army count to 9. He's down 1 villager. The 1 villager that died. And unless I'm mistaken, the Japanese, all their mills and lumber camps and stuff like that, they're all 50% off. Maybe not the mills, maybe the mining camp and the lumber camps are 50% off. So you do save like 50 wood here and there in the early stages of the game, which doesn't hurt if you start pumping out units, especially a whole bunch of skirmishers and spearmen. On the whole, I would say the Japanese pretty powerful civilization. But should they rework the older civs? Give them a little bit of Azor even mills? Okay, yeah. All right. So all the economic buildings, the mills, the lumber camps, the mining camps, all are buy one, get one free. Tarkans crush Japanese towers. Well, to be fair, Tarkans crush every tower. Tarkans crush a lot of things. With that ridiculous pierce armor and that basically slew of attack bonuses that they get against anything plunked down on the earth. Chris, hello, hello. Chris, I think we've got a Berber game later. That being said, Yasima towers are pretty freaking dangerous. It looks like Sebastian is walling off a decent-sized chunk of the map. Our Hun. Still down one, now 2 villagers. Still has a massive army lead for Feudal Age. Doesn't seem like any player is really that interested in going up to Castle. Sebastian has hoarded about 300 food. MbL also about 200 right up until he spent a little bit of it. A little bit of his army is hanging out here in the bottom. Might want to join their friends. Okay. For now, Sebastian is holding on here. I'm a little surprised MbL's not attacking the villager. Okay, there we go. That army was just kind of standing, wandering around, letting this villager complete the wall off right underneath their very nose. I thought maybe, okay, he's probably maybe somewhere else on the map, trying to push in. But, oh, what a shitty forest. Look how thin this forest is. MbL needs to pivot his archer units to the right immediately. You are not going to bust into here, not with this many skirmishers and villagers. Gets another kill. Finally gets a villager kill of his own, does MbL, by the way. And now takes the villager lead. Although, that's probably because Sebastian's heading up to Castle Age. How's everyone doing tonight, by the way? Hopefully well. Hopefully ready to settle in for some MbL games. As he continues to try to bust his way in here. How's the archer doing, by the way? Oh my goodness, 1 archer. 5, 6 villagers lamed. No kills for you, but to be honest, silver medal, not bad, laming 6 villagers. Looks like they're finally moving away to yet another forest. And Sebastian has secured this forest here. There's a bit of a weird, jankety forest full of dead trees and whatever this is. Dead tree and palm trees. And of course, I said he's not going to bust his way in, so what does MbL do? He, of course, busts his way in. Takes a little bit of losses, does get another villager kill, but he's killing skirmishers for now. The problem for MbL is that his opponent is now in Castle Age. Stable is up, which we know what that means. It rhymes with half the time Isaac isn't right. And so I like that he's keeping the aggression on this side of the map. Unfortunately for him, this is probably a one-way trip for this army. Archer, how many kills? Ooh, did manage to get a kill. Okay. Sebastian army count is not small. It is, well... I opened my big mouth. No, not enough gold for another night, and he's got 0 villagers on gold. About 1 night should be enough to clear up the rest of this Hunnic army, as MbL is now a minute away from Castle Age himself. Okay, so what's he doing? Continuing to go skirmishers. I mean, as the Huns, you're assuming there's going to be a transition into Cav archers. So if you can keep pumping out ranged units and getting the upgrades for them, it's kind of a double win. But one-way trip for the army, mission accomplished, as Sebastian has 30 seconds to use his Castle Age advantage. MbL gone up to triple range. Ooh, he needs to get the wood count up. Even with that 10% discount in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Immediately 3 cav archers on the menu. So he sacrificed his entire feudal age army so that he could live to fight another day with cav archers this time. Now, aside from being cheaper, the cav archers for the Japanese, technically, I would say, are better. They do have all the upgrades, whereas the Lost Armor upgrade doesn't exist for the Huns. That being said, in Castle Age, I believe they should probably be the exact same. I don't think there's any real difference between them in the Castle Age, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah. It's really Imperial Age where the upgrades for the Hun drops off. So for now, not that our Japanese are contesting this with cav archers, he's going up to 3 knights. So this unfortunate woodline lamed. Elite versus regular skirmisher. Now elite versus elite. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now this is the very definition of a meat shield here. These skirmishers just flopping around dying while the cav archers just continue to fire. They're gonna get 2 knights. That's not a bad get at all, as he now adds 3 more cav archers, gets their armor up to an attack up to 2-2. Might want to take a bit of the high ground here. And now Sebastian's in a bit of trouble. He's down 6 villagers. Army counts are identical. Our Hun is going up to a 2nd DC next to the stone. And our Hun is shifting around between woodlines. And unfortunately, like I said, this is Arabia. So the woodlines sometimes are just absolute shit. And this? Oh goodness, this is absolute shit. This is a, I hope my opponent doesn't attack me here, and if he does, I'm gonna have to move my villagers around kind of woodline. Solo, how are you tonight? But as cool as cav archers are, as mobile and powerful as they are, I don't think he's gonna want to waste them against these skirmishers. And so both players kind of backing off of one another. Sebastian down 6 villagers, he's down 2 army count. Scores basically similar, 5 or 6% apart. Cowardly Lion gets pumped full of arrows as yet another contingent of cav archers moves north. I like, by the way, that Sebastian, generally when pro players have this kind of opening, this funnel shape, by this stage and kind of mid Castle Age, they've already walled that area off. But Sebastian just leaves it completely open, and MbL, holy moly, risking it. And now it is our Hun who has added melee cavalry of his own. Takes the high ground for most of that fight, guns down the knight, and now, okay. MbL's putting the pedal to the metal here. You got off work early, awesome. Hopefully you're not driving right now. Oh no! Okay, well. Whether by mistake or by over deforestation, there is a hole in the Japanese wall off, which means these 2 cav archers, well, yeah, they're not escaping. Who's kidding who they're not escaping with their lives? Oh my god, how annoying is that? They're so weak, they're about to die, and they managed to pick off 2, maybe 3. Oh, scathed. Oh my god, saved by the skin of her teeth. 1 HP. MbL chases in with his knights. Upgrades 1 armor upgrade for them. Okay, and I guess Sebastian just didn't want to handle this, didn't want to deal with this at all. Says, forget it. I'm open to the south, I'm open to the east, I've got no way to get wood. Has MbL, by the way, seen the forest up here? No, he hasn't. So a bit of a missed opportunity for Sebastian. I mean, maybe not. He doesn't know what we know with our caster vision to have taken wood up north. But to be fair, if Sebastian took this wood and MbL and no lumberjacks here, he probably could have assumed that there's another forest and he would have gone straight for it and then parked his butt over here. Now, This is probably a better place for Sebastian to have MbL because this is very far from everything. Siege Workshop. I don't think our Japanese player saw that. No, he did not. All right. Well, game number 1. Very quick victory here after 31 minutes to MbL. Skirmisher Wars. Cav Archers. Solo, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. GG. Yeah, MbL played that quite well, I think. The mobility of the Cav Archers, it's unfortunate that Sebastian didn't have another forest that he could go to. I feel like if he did, he probably would have stuck around for a little bit longer. But it is what it is. Let's take a look at the stats. I can't imagine they're going to be that different, although MbL did rack up 12 villager kills at the end there. Yeah, so about 10% bigger economy, which, to be fair, right up until the end was, it looks like the economies were fairly similar. But MbL with incremental. Oh, look at this. A massive 4 stone that he mined. 57 kills to 56. So there you go. That just shows you how similar these two players were this game. All right. Well, maybe not the longest of game. Maybe for those who hate Skirmisher Wars, not the funnest of games. But let's see what the next one holds. Bear with me as I load it up. Mr. Griff probably felt the eco lead from MbL after making so many skirmishers was a bit off-putting. Yeah. Psychologically, it can't be great. All right. Bear with me. We're loading up the next game. I just have to always rename the players because Capture Age changes the player names. Okay, game number 2. MbL's taking on Hera. Hera's playing as the Tatars to the south, MbL as the Sicilians to the north. Could you have any more different civilizations? Super lightning fast Tatar mounted civilizations, Cav Archers, Step Lancers, all that good shit. And then you have the Sicilians, who are basically tortoises. Very powerful tortoises. On 2 feet. The Ghoul, thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you for choosing your Prime membership for that. Very much appreciated. Now we're on runestones. Now we're on a good map. No more silly, thin forests and, you know, having to wander for 40 years in the desert just to find a wood line. We are on runestones, which means 2 things. Number 1, everyone starts with a bit of a northeast, southwest forest coverage. Sometimes it's a little bit skewed, like MbL's. And number 2, there's always a relic in the dead center of the map between these 2 rock formations. So let's see what our Sicilian decides to do. I also see since we're watching a Tatar game, it's going to be very important. Tatars do 50% more damage on the high ground than the usual 25% that civs do. So whenever I watch a Tatar game, it's like watching Lithuanians. You want to see where the relics are. For the Tatars, you kind of want to see where the high ground is. And Hera's entire base is just a big flat piece of earth. He's got a little bit of high ground to the back. I can't imagine that's going to be very relevant. More importantly, in the dead center of the attack path between the 2 bases, there are a few small hills here and here. Bigger hill over here. Now, of course, with true Age of Empires fashion, when MbL spawns up here, you'd think that maybe Hera would be over here. You would be absolutely wrong. And if you spawned as Hera, you would assume maybe your opponent is here. And you would, of course, be dead wrong. Let's see. I always want to see the way the players scout to see if they agree with me. For now, both of them are busy pushing deer. Those stubborn deer. Has Hera not seen his... no, he's seen the boar. He has seen the 2 Piggly Wigglies, which I'm assuming he's going to get. There's more deer? Where's Hera going? Okay. Not getting the pigs. Interesting. MbL is getting his, it looks like, second wild Piggly Wiggly. Maybe I'm the idiot. Hera seems to be going straight for MbL's base. Maybe he's just continuing to explore the immediate vicinity. Why did he go all the way veer off to the side like that? MbL still hasn't. So MbL kind of agrees with me. He's heading in this general direction, which is good to know. Hera scouting? Okay, maybe he will agree with me. Maybe he's going to go straight this way afterwards. I mean, MbL. What the hell is MbL? MbL's pushing deer from literally the middle of the map? A boar is a huskily tuskily. I'm going to steal that. And I'm going to use that. So Hera agrees that MbL is somewhere here. MbL agrees that Hera is somewhere here, but got a little distracted on the way with a bit of a deer. I mean, this is a long way to push deer. Those were not his deer. Those are neutral map deer. And Hera will... Oop, pardon me. Will our Tatar go left or right? He chooses to go left because, 3 patch of gold tells you that your opponent isn't really in this area. You want to see the ideal main patch or the 4. You'll send a business card for dumb names. I thought you were going to say you're going to send me an invoice for the copyright. Okay, Hera discovers the Siciliano, our Sicilian. Where will he head next? So he saw Hera coming from this. I don't know why the game is glitching out. I do apologize. MbL saw Hera coming from this side. And so he immediately assumes maybe it's one of those weird spawns where Hera started here. But little does he know that Hera went the wrong way first and then pivoted towards him. And now MbL, oh yeah, he's going to see nothing. The tester is free of charge. It's always like that. My experience with watching The Wire always informs my casting. Tester's always free. All right, Hera begins walling off the rear left side of his base. Oh my goodness, 10 minutes in. We've got a scuffle. I mean, Hera's leading MbL straight into his base. Sees the 4 patch of gold. By the way, I didn't even review the bases. My apologies. Let's at least look where the primary resources are. Primary gold for our Tatar to the rear. Primary stone also off to the rear and now safe. Primary stone safe to the back. Primary gold a little bit exposed to the front. So we'll see what MbL decides to do about that. So far, he's the one putting on the aggression. First hit is always free. Hera takes the high ground. Oh, MbL, you can't be giving the high ground to your enemy like that. Especially not when the enemy is a Tatar and their attack jumps from... Are there any upgrades? No, 5 to 7.5 and whatever the computer rounds that up to. For his part, our Sicilian is walling himself in. So not really using the good old-fashioned you putting sell my extra stone technique at the moment. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Sirio, yeah, he is, Hera's just, Hera's micro is untouchable. MbL will happily lure deer across the map. If you give him an arena game and a monk war, all of a sudden you have a rage quit. When did that happen? That might be before my time. Okay. Hera cleans up the Sicilian incursion here. Pegasus, we are in fact live, and tonight is an evening with MbL. Bro wave right back at you. Okay, so both players have discovered where their opponents are. Both players very similar army composition. MbL is just down a few scouts. And our Sicilian running away. Okay. I thought maybe he was going to seek the high ground against the Tatar, maybe play a reverse Uno card. But no, he's just running away. Ooh, a bit of a trap here. Ooh, I don't know that he's technically on any kind of high ground here. Okay, well, whatever it is, we've got ourselves a 4 square battle now. 2 square. Looks like Hera's taking this one. It was before my time. There's a mod that replaces monk conversion noises with MbL. Oh, Age of Empires. Spearman back home does manage to get one of Hera's Tatar scouts. So now scout count, they are identical. Let's see who wins this battle. What? How did that happen? I thought Hera's Spearman had more HP. How the hell did MbL win that? Was he technically on the high ground? No. Kind of looks like his circle is drooping a little bit, like a Picasso painting here. Looks like he's on the lower ground. John Yang, you were hoping for Bilbo Baggins. Well, I think we do have a Bulgarian game tonight, if I'm not mistaken. There's also a mod that replaces the conversion noise. They Turker Jerbs from South Park. Oh, that's funny. That is funny, right as I, of course, missed the deaths of the 2 last scouts. And Hera is at a massive 0 army count. 2 archery rangers in the rear for him. Yeah, right, Pegasus? How the hell did that happen? I'm trying to think. What am I missing about the Sicilian Spearmen? They don't have bonuses against each other that they get reduced because it's a Sicilian, right? They were on even ground. They're not Japanese. They don't attack faster. Unless Spearmen do have... I don't think... I'm like losing my mind now. Yeah. All right. Second TC going up for our Tatar, which will come with 2 sheep. He wishes 200 sheep. Which for the Tatars is 300 food. Man. What a stacked civilization, the Tatars. David, you're here? Nice. I'm assuming you're watching this from your tent? With your Starlink internet? Luckily, this is the full health Spearman. Not that... Ooh, what is it? 3 HP Spearman at the... Where are you? Ooh, now you're patrolling Hera's western perimeter. Super Gen is too wild to agree to such terms. Very forward TC, very safe TC. And okay, come on, let's see a crusade. The Sicilian going up to 3 town centers. That's why he didn't spend his stone. But our Tatar is already on the move. Remember, they get Thumb Ring Parthian Tactics for free. And now the Sicilian defense. Let's see how he can hold on here. Luckily for MbL, he does construct those TCs faster than normal. Super Gen, lurk away. I mean, there is a little bit of a hill here, which Hera might want to plant his butt on. With that Tatar bonus. Looks like another unit died here. A scout. Okay. So MbL still has his Dark Age / Feudal Age army. Whereas Hera has started going up to a nice, decent Castle Age army here. 21 minutes into the game. And let's see. I don't know how long a Palisade's going to last against the Tatar here. Are Are there any other better places Hera can push into? No. Okay, well, that's certainly one way to do it. Market Scorpion combo. But you're going to be constructing a lot, I feel like. I feel like Hera's going to try to keep busting in here. Decent first bolt from that Scorpion, by the way. You've been home since Thursday afternoon. Nice. Camping is, I'm not a big camping guy. I think I've said this on earlier streams. My dad and my brother are. My dad and my brother are currently actually on a 1-week camping trip. My brother does a 1-week camping trip every year with his old PhD supervisor. And this year they took my dad with them, and we have not heard from them in 2 days. They're literally in the middle of some forest 5.5 hours north of Toronto. Although they did, I think they called my mom maybe like an hour ago to say that everything was fine after 2 days of being MIA. And we got a pair of dual and siege workshops here. Super Jen, I appreciate that. Adrian, for me, that does not sound fun at all. I am not a... I used to go camping when I was younger with my family because my dad would drag me because he loves camping. I hated it. I hated feeling mosquitoes and flies. Don't get me wrong, cooking food on an open fire, there is very little in life that's better than that. Grilling a hot dog, making a burger, some s'mores. Very little in life is better than a nice big open flame and grilling on top of it, but everything that came with it was a little bit, Happy the Andy raiding on Twitch with a group of 26 people. Welcome everybody, and thank you so much, Happy the Andy. Thank you for choosing this channel to raid. Right as we discuss cooking hot dogs on an open flame. Not exactly chestnuts roasting, but... Huggy, hello, hello. Campfire meals are the absolute best. Mr. Griff, you think Hera has experience dealing with these greedier builds from his Viper, his Viper conquests? They move into the minimum range, not exactly Korean mangonels, and they just pop out, they die. But the donjon's still up. 1500 HP should shoo this one mangonel, or at least keep it at bay for a little bit. A castle going up as well. John Yang, Wukong is 120 gigabytes? Yikes. Everyone, welcome from Happy the Andy's channel. I've seen gameplay of the Wukong game. To me, it looks like a Huggy, thanks for following. To me, the Wukong game, you know what it looks like? It looks like a slightly better graphics version of God of War. To be honest. It's just a bunch of boss fights. You learn the maneuvers of the bosses. You learn to deke around them, to avoid them. You have your attack combos. Is it really that groundbreaking, that game? Oh yeah, Huggy, we started Twitch about 2.5 weeks ago. Yeah, John, it's like a button mashing game. It's like God of War, from what I've seen. I haven't played it myself, so I'm just kind of generalizing based on gameplay. MbL's being a little lazy with these siege units here, but that's kind of working to his benefit. Maybe not. The Tar just sniping everything. Hera happy to take a few hits on his cav archers because he's got 3 monks. And Hera loves to babysit his units. Yeah, Solo, I didn't really know that there were other games beside Age of Empires. Where is Hera going with his army, by the way? Okay. Where's the nearest monk? Where's the nearest medevac? Yeah, John, the game itself is very beautiful, but I can't really see that it's like something new or groundbreaking. 1, 2, 3, 4 town centers for our Tatar. Where, oh where are those two adorable sheep. Gotta watch, gotta see it. Let's see it. Ooh, I wish you guys were Sicilian so you could build this a little bit faster. Come on. There they are. Ba 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 goes the 300 free food. Oh no. Chalk kick? I apologize. I have no clue how to say your name. Chalksick? Like toxic, but chalksick? The games were played in the last 5 or so days. 5 to 10 days in the past. But the voice you're hearing, this beautiful, sultry voice, is very much live. And there we go, 6 TC. When, oh when will our... There it is. Sicilian call that crusade. He's got 1 attack, 1 armor upgrade on his sergeants. Just another RPG game? Yeah, fair enough. Let's see them pop out. There they are. What an absolute beast of a unit. Now the problem is, as cool as this unit is, as awesome as it is, heavily armored, the stats are fun, building donjons and fun. It's like the tortoise literally meeting the hare. They're not going to die to these cav archers very quickly, but they're also not going to catch them at all. I do have a mesmerizing voice. You are falling under my trance. You're here from YouTube. Awesome. I'm glad. By the way, MbL has secured himself a pretty decent sized base here. Hera's done the same, but he hasn't really walled his base in. Doesn't really need to against the Sicilians. Not exactly the lightest on their feet. As Hera with the high ground picks off 4 scorpions in exchange for just 1 heavy cav archer. Let's see the stats on these guys right now. Okay, still needs bracer, which he's just about to get. Still needs chemistry. Needs to get a bit more armor. He has, if I'm not mistaken, not researched silk armor or Timurid siegecraft either. I love the spine of outposts here out of Hera. I mean, look at his map vision. This is our Tatar's map vision. This is insane. He sees 80% of the map. This is like having a satellite in the Middle Ages compared to your enemy. Oh, here we go, though. Oh my god, the knights derp out. As does my mouse. I believe I did see Hauberk. And now we've got Cavaliers. MbL timed that charge perfectly. Well, kind of perfectly, a little bit early. Does manage to gun down the knights. He's gunning down the converted Cavaliers to the north, but this is going to be very bad for him. Oh no, choke point, choke point. No. Super, how are you tonight? Hauberk Cavalier is a fantastic decision. Having 8 pierce armor is ridiculous against a cav archer that currently attacks on a 10. In 20 seconds will attack on an 11. That's 3 damage. They might as well be attacking him with a shoelace. That being said, you stick him in the choke point long enough. I hear a whole bunch of Wololos. And Hera, you've already stolen my heart. You don't need to get murder holes to do it even more. Donjon push to the rear of the Tatar base. I'm so happy I clicked on that university. Otherwise, I would have completely missed that. Army counts identical. Villager counts identical. Sergeant tries to move in. Gets exactly what's coming to him. No more trebs for Hera. He gets murder holes right as the melee attacks have stopped. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. And here we go. I mean, they do deal 50% more damage on the high ground, so 11 becomes what? 15 and a half, 16? Which is still pretty damn good, even with Hauberk. Ooh, did not manage to get that last villager. Ooh, 1 sword swipe away. That being said, MbL sneaky to the rear with the donjons right now. Sergeant, not elite, so only 6-7 armor instead of 7-8, I believe. And here we go, another battle. Is this all just a front so that the Trebs can take down the castle? Hera is spending a lot of stone repairing this castle, but ultimately numbers prevail. MbL's army count falls to 28. Where, oh where is this feudal age spearman? Oh yeah, you are real useful. Sergeants are raiding the base. MbL has killed 37 of Hera's villagers. Not every day somebody can claim they killed 37 of Hera's villagers. 39. We'll keep an eye on that count as the Cav archers move in. But MbL brings the villagers. Is he gonna save it? Is he gonna save it? No, a split second too late. But not a free get. He loses what looks like 4 or 5 Cav archers for that and a monk. I mean, this game was very calm, very relaxed for a long while, and then all of a sudden, the last couple of minutes, shit hits the fan. The Tar Castle's still under siege. How the hell does Hera have so much stone? He's been repairing this castle for the last 15 minutes, but he's gonna have to repair it no more. Okay, so MbL slowing down the pace of the game here as his Cavaliers continue to try to get 48, 50, 51. 51, 54, my apologies. Oh, you mean he's raiding over? Oh no, that's look at MbL teefing the secondary stone of Hera. I mean, that's just balls. That's just ballsy. No ballistics means those donjons are just aesthetic. I completely didn't see that he missed out on ballistics. Uh-oh. Hera's starting to get villager kills as well, but he's getting surrounded here. Pushed away. Does add a few more villager kills, up to 17 now. These 3 are heading for the Treb. Will they get it? Oh, they get it just in the nick of time. MbL is selling food for gold, going up to 40 Cavaliers. Okay, he's building a hammer, is our Sicilian, that he's gonna just try to slam right down the throat of the Tatar. The Tatar, who, by the way, is being denied resources now. No gold to the left, no stone to the right. Is this Hera's only gold up here? I think never mind. There's another patch down here. These are the only 2 patches of gold he's got. MbL continuing. I mean, he's getting gold shaft mining now. Okay. Wants to, Particle Smasher. Thank you for becoming an awesome follower on Twitch. Welcome to the family. Diovilo, crazy damage. Yeah, I mean, he's up to 62 kills to the 26 of Hera. 1 Cavalier taking on this entire army. To be fair, though, MbL's kind of throwing a bunch of Cavaliers all over the map. Let's see the full frontal, though. What are we working with here? 38 Cavaliers. 11 damage, 8 armor. 34 Tatar Cav archers are not enough to one-shot these Cavaliers because of the crazy armor they get. Isn't that bonkers? This entire force of cavalry archers is not enough to one-shot a Cavalier. Hera is ahead in villagers. He's only got 4 town centers. MbL's up to 77 vill kills. Hera can afford to go to have more villagers just because his army composition doesn't cost any food at all, right? He's got 32 villagers on food, basically just to train villagers. Cav archers are wood, monks are gold. Ooh, we got some Sicilian light cavalry units here. Honestly, I think MbL could have taken that fight. 10 Cavaliers to 20 Cav archers? I think MbL could have taken that fight. Clearing up Tatar infrastructure. This is definitely a fight he's going to take. Look at how little HP green is going down. This is like a... Oh! Rafar222, welcome to the Cast of Empires family. Thanks for following on Twitch. Hera needs infantry. Yeah, he's going light cav himself now. Wallager, thank you for following as well. I do apologize if I miss anybody who followed. I do try to catch those Nicolas Cage animations, but if I miss you, just let me know in the chat. You got a big fat Canadian apology, and I'll say thanks for joining. MbL loses with access to more gold. He needs map control. Certainly does seem like he has map control, no? Got a little bit of a farming community. He does have access to this stone. His donjon isn't here anymore to protect it. Hera is just doing an amazing job keeping these cav archers alive. 59 kills for them. And light cav don't benefit from Hauberk, so they're not going to do as good a job. But to be fair, you're trading out trash. And remember, the Sicilian farm fully roided up, fully R&D'd. 1,019 food, I believe. And Hera's running out of stone. Healing up some of these cav archers, adding a ridiculous amount of arrows. Army count. Hera's ahead about 50%. And he's got hussars on the way. I don't know. Down goes the Treb. Now, Hera's upgrades are not exactly the greatest for his melee. Okay, there you go. Case in point. He doesn't even have iron casting yet. He is buying the stone he needs to repair the castle. And now he should be able to get the Treb finally. MbL. Raiding, but there's no more villagers. There's no more villagers to raid. MbL's closing in on 100 villager kills. And now that Hera has to train hussars and villagers, he might be in a bit of trouble. They both have clocks on top of them. Swords hanging over them. Arrows firing in a nice, beautiful arc. What a beautiful game our Age of Empires is. And Hera's just not finding any damage with his hussars. I'm shocked that he hasn't inserted about 20 hussars into the back of MbL's base yet. Griff with the fantastic point that Hera actually has access to 4 relics. Treb still at just basic 16 range, but again, he's just trading out trash units. Well, I feel like his more powerfully armored units are in the back. Yeah, now Hera falls behind in villager count. Exactly, you can't. When he was going pure cav archer, that's one thing, but now that you're mixing in hussars, you need all the food you can get. The last thing you want to do is be training villagers. Last thing you want to be happening to you is losing these villagers, and there we go. How well defended is MbL's base, by the way? Are there any, no. Donjon to the right, castle in the center. TC's fine. Hera just now getting iron casting, still a minute away. Sirio, yeah, Hera knows exactly what to do. I don't think he's got cheating. I think he just got about 1 billion games under his belt. Has studied this game and has perfected his craft. Hera's analysis of this game while he plays is not only lightning fast, but very mathematical. Notice that his economy is so well balanced. He's never floating. I shouldn't say never, almost never floating. Chester, nice to see you. And there is Silk Armor. An hour into the game. What's happening to the left here? Hussars are raiding. I mean, MbL tried over and over and over again to crash into Hera's army. with those Hauber Cavaliers. And every time he was repelled. Uh-oh. Secondary wall up already up. Beautiful out of MbL, by the way. And he surrounds the Cav Archers. They're not down that much. 46. Look at the villager kill numbers. MbL has killed 100 more villagers than his opponent. Hera is down below 100. And this is going to be a very dangerous time for our Tatar. Because now you have to allocate your food wisely. Every 2 villagers is 1 Hussar you're not training. You are not exactly the Magyars with the discount here. Trying to bust his way in through the north. MbL continuing to send random clumps. Random groups. Oh, is this a one-way trip for Hera? No, of course he notices. Of course he pulls back. Oh, it must be so frustrating to play against a player who can react so damn fast. And by the way, look at this underneath these Hussars. What is this, like 5 Cav Archers for about 100 light cavalry units? I like that MbL is denying Hera the high ground here. I like it. I like it. Both players clawing their way back up to a little over 100 villagers. The problem is, again, Hera still has this body of Cav Archers. I mean, I don't know how Hera is ahead 5,000 points. I don't... I mean, he is ahead, but I don't know about 5,000 points. MbL again denying high ground to our Tatara. At the end of this game, I'm curious to see how many stables both players had. It must be in the 20 range for both players, the way they're reinforcing their armies. Yeah, the sergeants were a bit of a weird play. I don't understand the, well, there you go. I don't understand that first crusade. They accomplished literally nothing, but holy moly, MbL just hammering at Hera, and Hera just standing strong. His Cav Archer counts down to 35, and MbL is just, I mean, to be fair, did he have to resign? He's got 1, 2, 3 forests to the back. His economy is at the moment untouched. He's walled off. How many stables did he have? 15 stables. Our Tatar, 8. Okay. So production capacity here for MbL, but the weaker unit on the whole. I mean, you were the Malians and Farimba, maybe, but although to be fair, the attack on a Hussar and a light cav is pretty much the same, is it not? I think it's really just the HP difference that matters here. Yeah. Armor, HP. That's it. I mean, I say that's it. That's a pretty big, pretty important point. And MbL with no relics. Yeah, exactly. Hera 3,700 relic gold. Let's see it. Cav Archers for the win. But man, was it fun to see Hauber Cavaliers. PKPM for Hera towards the end. PKPM MbL also towards the end. Economies, not that different. I mean, if you remove the gold, Hera's down like 12-13% economy. MbL did an amazing job, but the gold, unfortunately, yeah, look at the difference in gold. That's pretty much the relic gold. Stone, pretty much identical. Food, holy shit. Sicilian farms for the win. 18,000 more food. 7,000 more wood for our Tatar. So wood and gold, there's your Cav Archer. Food and stone, there's your Sicilian push. 7 conversions, not really important. 14 raisings to 8, not important. And this bastard of a castle still stands after 40 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it was, of non-stop just siege, bombardment. Hera wins again. Yeah. And the choke point, yeah, exactly. Those choke point fights that MbL took were just atrocious, like here. I don't know what the hell the point of that was. MbL, honestly, should have dictated the pace. He had the unit that was impervious to this unit. With 8 armor and 140 HP. What's 140 divided by 3? 47, let's say, right? You need 47 cav archers, not on the high ground, of course, to kill a single cavalier. So he had the better unit. He could have dictated the pace of the game. He slaughtered 90 more villagers than Hera, but ultimately just took a bunch of really bad fights, I think. Wallager, hi, oh my god, I've never seen your channel before, and I love the content. Your casts are good. You're also very nice to listen compared to... I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Wallager. MbL was an absolute beast this game. I mean, who among us would be able to kill 155 of Hera's villagers? Sergey, how are you? Hera did lose the most recently tracked 1v1 to Sorakuma. Yeah, look, I for all that we think Hera is this mythical, I don't know, Xerxes god king of Age of Empires, I mean, his win, what's his win percentage? It's not even remotely where it would be to justify people's hate, if I can use that word, of his win streak. I think his like total wins is like what, in the mid 70s, low 70s. And to be fair, it's not even that much higher than other players. Like Mr. Yo's in the like 65 to 70 to Hera's 70 to 75. It's only 71. Yeah, exactly. So if Hera's win streak was like 90 to 99, I would say maybe, okay, we need some fresh blood in this game. But Hera is not invincible. And to be fair, MbL lost this game more than Hera won it. When you raid 90 more villagers than your opponent, and you don't take out the critical infrastructure, 7 archery ranges only. MbL punished food when he should have been punishing wood by destroying structures and going after lumberjacks. You don't need to go after the farmers when your opponent's going cav archer. So he made a bit of a strategic mistake there. Elendiel, hello, hello. Anyway, my rant is over. TadZOX24, hello, welcome to the live. Nice to see you again. Exactly, Mr. Griff. All the top players can beat all the other top players. Just takes one decision. In this case, a few bad decisions. I think fixating on this one castle when your opponent hasn't built a single Keshik is a big mistake. Taking fights in a choke point is a mistake. Going after food is a mistake, as opposed to lumberjacks and infrastructure when your opponent needs wood for his army. If MbL could have denied wood, Hera would have GG'd 30 minutes ago. Boxer saying it's tournament dominance that has caused the Hera fatigue. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I can see that argument. But saying that Hera wins all the time, I don't know. Plenty of videos on my channel where Hera doesn't win. And plenty of them where he just like barely wins. Although this game was really fun. MbL brought out a sledgehammer this game. All right, let's see him. Bear with me as we load the next game. All right, we saw him take on Sebastian. Saw him take on Hera. Now let's see how well he does against Kapoch. Kapoch playing as the Persians in red. MbL is the Mayans. Okay. Immediately getting Loom. If you're not familiar with why the hell he's getting Loom immediately, because the Mayans start with an extra villager, which means they start every random map housed at 5 total population. So they can't really train a villager until they finish their first houses. And so they usually opt to go for Loom to avoid the ever awful TC idle time that they all seem to be really scared of. Okay. Turkey discovered here. We are back on Arabia, which means expect very little to no forest coverage. And oh, that was an understatement. Wow. Can you blame the players for playing on runestones? Come on. So let's see the Mayan primary goal to the front. Let's see the attack path, because we got another wonky map where they're not exactly spawning opposite of one another. Attack path fairly straightforward. One little sliver of a forest in the middle, probably not going to play too big of a role. Wait, I got real confused. I thought this was a turkey being thief, but no, this is just Capuch's turkey, very far from home, exploring the map for him, who has his primary stone exposed annoyingly in the way of this deer. Okay, hello. Capuch, I guess, is focusing on the Borpal at the moment. Decent location for the boar to die underneath the TC. And where's his primary gold? Nice and secure to the back. He's got extra gold to the rear. Stone, gold, and stone to the front. MbL. With those longer lasting Mayan resources, does have a patch of gold to the rear position. And then his secondary gold and stone in the forward position as well. So, not the greatest of base. Pardon me. Oh my goodness, I need to get a sip of water. Bear with me. I would say not the greatest of base spawns for either player. And let's see the who has what in the back. Capuch does have a forest in the rear position. MbL. I always feel like players that start in a corner, or at least more of a corner, are a bit more advantaged than players who start along the edge of the map. Because they at least have a, pardon me, back portion. I don't know why my throat is drying up so much. Yeah, Capuch has a real nice backwards gold. Now, might be a bit of an uphill struggle for our Mayan in this game. Remember, Persian Knights come with a +2 attack bonus against archer units, which is pretty much the bread and butter of the Mayan armed forces. Unless and until we see some Eldorado Eagles. And then if we see Savars, I think that attack bonus jumps up to +4 against archers. So, I don't know. We'll see how this all shakes out. For now, MbL, of course, assume that his opponent was somewhere here, because that's a normal way to think. Capuch, has he even explored the map? He hasn't even moved out yet, Capuch. Okay. So our Persian doesn't give a shit where his opponent is, as he loses a deer. MbL, laming the attempt to push a deer. And I think for the first time in the history of this channel, there are more viewers on Twitch than there are on YouTube. Nice. Awesome. So welcome if you're watching this stream for the first time. Whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, say hi. We are a friendly bunch. For the most part. At some point, Lisa will come back and tell us what she ordered from Domino's. And then we'll go off on a 10-minute tangent about food. Oh my goodness, this one deer. MbL is being such a prick right now. As he moves in with 2 militias. Nothing wrong with having a dual community. Oh, of course. I love it. McDonald's. I had a moment earlier with my wife today when she's like, you need to eat a little bit healthier, and I was like, I eat pretty healthy these days. And she's like, no, you don't. You had McDonald's 2 days ago. And I was like, yeah, but we don't really have McDonald's that often. She's like, you've had McDonald's 10 times in the last like 4 months, which for a 41-year-old is not a good ratio. Addictive me. I love Domino's, but it's so expensive these days. Yeah, tell me about it. Where the hell are those days long gone of a pepperoni feast pizza clocking in at $11.99? Now it's like $17.99. Lisa, I'll be gutted to know you opted for Taco Bell. I had Taco Bell last night. What did you get from Taco Bell? This is a race. Yeah. A real race to the bottom. McDonald's is hard not to eat. You know, not hard not to fall for the McDonald's trap. Especially with Uber Eats available, because now they have BOGOs on their chicken sandwiches, which is my favorite thing at the McDonald's. Although I haven't tried the new fire, whatever it's called, their new spicy chicken sandwich. Chris, McDonald's is the worst? No, I think you spelled best wrong. You're at a night shift at McDonald's? Oh my goodness. We have an actual person who works at McDonald's here. Hello. You are granted revered status now. Lisa, to be honest, Taco Bell is not cheap either. And soft shell beef taco that has almost nothing in it is not exactly cheap. Super Gen. I think it's from the raid earlier. But I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. David, you had Subway tonight. Subway is also one of those things that's just becoming super expensive. I recently filed a complaint against one of the Subways I went to. We went out for lunch and I had a sub. And we walk into the Subway and it's kind of my fault because the first thing at that Subway, there were a bunch of flies everywhere. And I should have known that that was a bad sign. But I told my wife, like, you know, it's been a while. Let's just get it. We'll eat it in the car. I don't really want to deal with, like, the flies and stuff. But the bread was tiny. The lettuce was brown. You had to beg the person for, like, more black olives, please. More onions, please. More this, please. Oh, David, you want another game? Nice. I'm glad you broke your losing streak. Bean and cheese burrito, my wife's favorite. Chicken flatbread and... Okay. Quality was terrible. You know the worst thing about Taco Bell, Lisa, is when you order it and you ask for that fire sauce, and they don't give you any fire sauce. It got so bad for me that I actually had to go on Amazon and buy my own fire sauce. So now I have 3 glass jars of fire sauce at home in case Taco Bell screws me and doesn't give me the sauce I ordered. And you see, everyone who might be your first time watching, how easy it is to distract me with conversations about food. All it literally takes is one message. Somebody literally just has to say the word McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Taco Bell, and the game is forgotten entirely. As MbL pushes in here with his 10% cheaper, nothing actually, because skirmishers don't get that discount. He is going up to 4 archers, but they are all at home. Where are those archers? Are you the blue dots? Yeah, you're the blue dots moving across the map. Rava Brazilian roots with a $50 can. Make some beans, rice, chicken, some yogurt bowl with blueberries and stuff. Sounds interesting. Oh, Chinese food is incredibly dangerous. Because of that MSG, you feel so good, and then you just need more of it. Home-cooked meals are not always cheaper. Lately here, groceries in Canada are just ridiculous. It is no longer cheaper to cook at home. It kind of looks like these skirmishers are attacking the militiaman, but they are in fact attacking the stable. Spicy McNuggets in Italy, Chris? Yeah, that's the thing. It's all bullshit, I've decided. Anytime anyone comes out with a new spicy chicken sandwich, new spicy sauce, it's all complete bullshit. I love spicy. I punish myself with spice, and I am always disappointed. Fire sauce is the goat. Zygos! Bienvenido, amigo. Gracias. How do I say this? Yo he comenzado a estudiar mi español. I've started studying. My textbook arrived. I found the textbook that I used to study it in university from 20 years ago. That was so good. And I have started studying yet again. Yeah, Super Gen, $3 for a plain taco. That's like $4 Canadian here. Is ridiculous. It used to be like 89 cents. Oh, Lisa, that's horrible. Hopefully they fix that right as soon as possible. If I buy groceries for the whole... Yeah, Rafa BR. Rafa? I'm just going to call you Rafa. If you buy groceries from, like, Costco, that's fine. But you know what happens to me when I buy groceries at Costco? I don't finish it all, and then I end up throwing away half of it. And then the savings don't really matter. You're amazed how I know all these bonuses in Civ Techs when the last stream you said you don't actually play? Do I have a tech tree up? No, I don't. I've been casting for 2 years and have watched about 1,000 games. And I've just been reading and studying and, I don't know. El Fera Funes talking about chicken sandwiches. I'm eating one right now. From where? Caramelized onion, cheddar, bacon, aioli sauce. That is a lot for a chicken sandwich. Mi público que habla español. Oh, you're learning a lot from hearing my English? Nice. I'm learning a lot. ¿Cómo se dice? Yo aprendo mucho de tu español. Yeah, Chris, it's all bullshit. None of it's ever spicy. El Fera, eres de Argentina. Mi primero profesor en la universidad fue de Argentina. Fue? He was. How do you say he was from Argentina? Yeah, who needs to learn the law anymore? Hera de. Oh, gracias. Mira que necesito estudiar más mi español. Pero poquito a poquito. I will get better. I used to speak very nice, very, I wouldn't say fluent, but quite impressive Spanish for a non-native speaker. Gracias. Made a chicken sandwich for dinner. Butterfield breast, rubbed with olive oil, barbecue, grilled. Ooh, the ghoul. That magic word of flame. All right, I'm gonna try to pull this back into casting the game. Because I feel like we should probably cast the game as MbL penetrates in here with those 20% cheaper crossbows. Let's see what's going on. He's got a town center up. It looks like Kapuch was trying to sideswipe him. Why is Kapuch not going knights? Am I wrong about the +2 attack bonus? No, there should be. Yeah, there you go. Archer +2. If ever there was an incentive to go knights against foot archers, it is right now for our Persian. Who, by the way, their knight line is pristine. They get all the upgrades. Derek, nice to catch you. Super Gen. This channel is testing the willpower and resolve of even the most even the strongest people will want to order Domino's after I go off on one of my rants. Ricky Ticky Tastic. Persians are OP. Yeah, Persians are OP. Persians have been OP for 25 years. Persians have been OP from the very beginning of this game. Elendiel redeeming a word. Okay, I'm gonna make a note of it after the game is over. Montmirail is from the Franks. Okay. Is it a villager command? Is it a military command? By the way, if you didn't know, for those of you watching on Twitch, I have set up channel points. And so as you watch, which should be free until Amazon decides it's not, you do accumulate points and then you can redeem them to make me say some of the hardest phrases in the game, although I'm glad Elendil chose a bit of an easier one. Cat loves to choose the hardest Slavic ones. Marco, I think the other day chose a Chinese one. The first time you got Persianed. Derek, you always join at the right time. You're like Gandalf. You're never early, you're never late. Unlike this monk who popped out, got immediately gutted. No relics for either player. Looks like the Persian aggression here has been stopped for now. Ballistics being got for this Mayan archer force. Fantastic. Shin Matcha, thank you for following on Twitch. Oh, you've just been eating spaghetti nonstop? Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, carbs are delicious, but Popeyes is the best fast food chain, not even close. Popeyes chicken tenders are the greatest invention in mankind. In fact, they're so good, at the end of this live, I might order me some late night chicken tenders with some of that sweet heat sauce. Everything else is just absolutely crap at Popeyes. I'm not going to agree that it's the best fast food. I will die on this hill, much like this jaguar who, oh my god, looks like he killed a villager. Is it an economic kill? Yeah, I recognize the hair and the dress. Oh my goodness, and now he's attacking. So even though we're not playing the Aztecs with their Jaguar warriors and their Shalot, we are still having channeling the nature gods as the Jaguar kicks into action. Looks like there's a Persian incursion to the rear of the Mayan base as well. How many villager kills have you gotten? Only 3. It looks like another one died here. Missed how many vill kills that guy got. And now, where are you going? You are going nowhere, into a choke point. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Preemptive pull. Preemptive on garrisoning. Now that you're living in Kentucky, you definitely have to try Popeyes. Super Gen, Popeyes chicken tenders. They're chicken fingers. It is what I would imagine Zeus himself eats on Mount Olympus. It is ambrosia. It is so freaking good for a fast food chain. And the last of the Persians will get taken out here. These knights have about as much HP as I have willpower. That is to say, none at all. Ooh, UPS guy, their mac and cheese is fantastic. I really don't like their chicken sandwich. I tried to like their chicken sandwich. It's a little bit too greasy for me. Chris, the first Popeyes is opening in Italy? Damn, I gotta get my ass to Italy again. Oh, and it's solo. I keep forgetting to go with the Cajun Sparkles because I order from Uber Eats. I never go in person. You gotta try the chicken tenders. But yeah, you don't have to do them spicy. You can get them regular, mild. Both players in Castle Age. MbL's got a huge amount of gold. I imagine it's not from the one relic that he just put in his monastery. That is a lot of gold for the Mayan. Unless he's planning a nice big juicy eagle transition. Oh, that's so disgusting. Ooh, I don't know that this is gonna go well for our Mayan here, although he does have a huge amount of crossbows. Now, one thing I would love to see out of this very ballsy castle is Commanderan right now. And I would absolutely love to see wood-only crossbows take on 20% cheaper crossbows. Derek, it's the best chicken fast food. Ooh, I don't know about that. Nando's is pretty damn good. This is open, by the way. And even with the TC, these knights are going to do a good amount of damage. MbL's now got 1,500 gold. And he's going plumed archers as well. His economy just got taken down to 98, which is where our Persian economy is. Both players kind of tearing into one another. Kapuch with more kills, military and civilian. Yeah, the ghoul. I'm assuming that once he goes up to Imperial, which it looks like he's going right now, hopefully off the back of this DC, yeah. I'm hoping that with this amount of gold and 43 villagers on food, that we're going to see an eagle transition, although he hasn't really started one yet. There's no upgrades being researched for him. There's nothing being done. His crossbows have been healed from that one atrocious mangonel shot he took. Another Persian castle. Now, to be fair, going up against Persian castles with infantry is a death sentence now that they have citadels. But never say never. Castle. Ooh, Kapuch. Kapuch got cold feet there. You'd be dining out, Supergen. Oh, don't get me started on car-related expenses. My goodness. Weebrew. Weebrew, is it Weebrew or Weebruh? Which fraternity greeting do you prefer? More knights to the back. MbL is now down. Villagers are going to be down a few more after these knights get their way with this wood line. Plumes are coming out. I'm surprised that these knights are running away from a bunch of plumes. Again, you have an attack bonus against the archers. But maybe the main incursion has been here all along. More villager kills. MbL starting to lose a lot of villagers right now. Weebrew, that was a very helpful thing you just typed. That helps me not one bit. Ooh, Chris, what kind of food was it in the Spanish restaurant? Seafood, I would imagine? Or something pork related? Yeah, Lisa, that doesn't exist in North America. We don't have what normal people call walkable cities. No, he's not going eagles. He is doubling down on frickin' ranged units. Chemistry and bracer for our Mayan. Why the hell do you need 1,100, 1,200 gold? Kapuch does technically have map control, in that MbL is making no effort to attack into here right up until now in the 41-minute mark. All 900 of your Elos. I'm going to be a little disappointed if Kapuch loses this to archers. Not gonna lie. Oh, I heard the twing twang of a treb from the low ground, though. A lot of bechamel and everything. It was tapas restaurant. Okay. Uh-oh. MbL, spend your gold. Castle, castle, castle. He's gonna see it going up. Carlos, nice to catch you live. Weebrew or Weebruh? Still don't know. Wants to see elephants. Probably not gonna see elephants this game. Who's getting who? Not against the fastest foot archer. Not that the plumed archer can do anything but 1 HP of damage on a on an elephant. I mean, come on, you have husbandry. They're not that fast. Crossbows moved in. Emergency castle went up. Accomplished the goal of pushing these units away. Oh, look at this. This is just one onager shot away from such a juicy pancake. Yesterday, you tried your hand for the first time in ranked. It didn't go well. Who cares? Did you have fun, more importantly? Solo. Yeah, driving is awesome. Driving is awesome. Oh my goodness! Where the hell did our Persian get 5 feudal age archers from? And there we go. We are going to get to see Savars, I hope. MbL has double the army count, but it is crossbows and plumed archers. Are they even elite? They are not even elite. Ooh, he needs to go up to elite. Their HP jumps to 65, which makes them very powerful. And in 30 some odd seconds, there's going to be Cavaliers here. And now MbL is getting melee upgrades? What? I guess for his halberdiers? I would maybe prioritize armor upgrades versus melee. It's really the bonus of the halberdier that you care about. Your team carried you. That was a bit more fun. Yeah, I wanted to see Commander an hour ago. Oh, here comes your +2 attack bonus against archer units as MbL's army. What do we want to say? Evaporates, melts, disappears? That was disgusting. One plumed on the high ground has 11 kills, 10 villager kills for this one plumed archer. Oh, he doesn't have the money for Savars, unless he's already queued them up. Deletes a house, tries to put down a castle, but is it too late? Where are the villagers? Okay, they're coming from the north. Ooh, MbL still has double the army count, but I don't know how good this army count is going to be. Where the hell are these halberdiers? He's got 0 of them. Oh, they were all here fighting the not yet Savars. Treb on the high ground gets a Treb on the low ground. Cavaliers are running around the back. MbL, 44 villagers kills to 52. Kapuch still has a lead in Vil kills and military kills. Does finally run away. Yeah, I mean, I suspected it was going to be an uphill battle for the Mayan here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Now he transitions to Eagles with 300 gold in the bank, having dumped 400 into Trebs. Why are you dumping 400 gold into Trebs? That is 8 Eagle Warriors that you're not getting. But wait a second. Kapuch is in a bit of trouble here. Really? I guess the villager kills. I mean, MbL has fewer villager kills. Wow. He needs Savar big time. I agree. There is a huge difference between Cavaliers and Savars. It's not Kapuch, it's Kapuch. The emphasis is on the second syllable. All right, good to know. Carlos, that's one of the amazing things about Age of Empires is that there's so many different game modes. There's so many different ways to play the game that, yeah, you can just have fun all the livelong day without touching a single 1v1 ranked game. MbL does have 4 relics this time, so he Herod Kapuch here with those 4 relics. All right, let's take a look at the stats. I mean, MbL did an amazing job with the archers. I thought for sure when he lost all his crossbows here that it would have been a bit psychologically damaging, but no, he just moves in with the foot archer, now elite. 65 HP, attack is still the same, 8 range. And at the end of the day, our Persian just basically ran out of units, ran out of gold, and now he's being pressed off of his... Is this his last gold? Yeah. Well, there you go. The story becomes very clear now that he's lost all control of his gold. Although, to be fair, MbL, he can go up to Eagle Warriors, but those aren't exactly elite Eagle Warriors, right? I don't think he has the resources to go up to elite Eagle Warriors and to start spamming that unit. He got El Dorado for all the good that that's doing, and probably should have been Hulche Javeliners instead. And where the hell do those 5 feudal age archers come from? That's funny. Okay, so Cavaliers to crossbows. Didn't even get to see Arbalesters. Halberdiers. Look at this. Basically, after Feudal Age, Capoch just trained Knights and Cavaliers. That is all that he did. Economy, about 10% difference when you remove the relic count. So MbL had the relics, but it looks like he only got them recently. And he takes the lead in all the resources. But look at the gold. Basically identical. Food, basically identical. Stone, our Persian has 1 extra castle's worth of stone, 5,000 more wood. Well, there's your archer army, and now they're 30% cheaper in Imperial. 3 conversions, 6 raisings, not really playing a role. All right. Let's see. Yeah. I'm sometimes it's like this where the game ends before you get to see the unit you want to see, but I'm glad at least we got to see plumes. I suspect it's this. I keep coming back to this. That really is the nail in the coffin here for our Persian. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. So who do we want to play now? Let me get my... Ooh, Chris, are you still here? We've got a discussion on YouTube about Elos and stuff. All right, let me just set up the player names. All right, MbL playing as the Berbers to the north, taking on Sebastian, playing as the Bengalis to the south. Did I miss somebody following the channel on Twitch? I do apologize. If you follow and I don't say something, yeah, say something in the chat, and I'll acknowledge it. I do apologize. Oh, and Elendil, I forgot to. You know what? Let's do that first. Actually, after this game, I forgot to say the word that you redeemed the points for. Chris, what are we thinking? For the Berbers here. Videra, hi, don't worry about it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for following. And welcome to the cast of Empire's family. LNDL, I do apologize. I have it here on the notepad, and I just completely forgot to. I was so caught up in the Persian Mayan game that I completely forgot. I'm sorry. All right, so let's see. Our Berber. Gold. To the front. Stone. Off to the side. What's the attack path like? Pretty open in front of MbL's base. Pretty annoyingly walled off by a forest. Ooh, on the high ground, too. Can you put a lumber camp here? We'll find out. If anyone can do it, our Bengali can. Berries to the back, extra golden stone to the rear as well, as is a nice little forest. So not a terrible base here for our Berber, who has a forest in the center to block off any kind of attack. Also not a terrible base for Sebastian in terms of forests. Primary stone and gold also in the rear position. Berries annoying. I mean, there's a lot of hills on this map. Supergen, you're heading out. Have a fantastic night. Both extra golds are in the very forward position here. ¿Te gusta esta mapa? ¿Por el Berber o por el Bengali? They're both kind of starting in little craters, right? Although the blue crater seems a lot wider. I don't know what any of that means. We'll see who aggresses into who pushes into who. And we'll see who defends. And whether or not they'll use the high ground. I mean, this is like, in terms of defense, this is like a Georgians fantasy map. With their extra hill defensive bonus. Cadge Arson. Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm saying your name right. We've spoken on Discord a bunch. I never know how to pronounce your name. Is it Kaja? Kaha? Emmy Joe 207 became an awesome follower. Hello, hello. Si los dos tienen una madera en la mapa de atrás, me parece una mapa justo para ambos. I agree. También. Call me MJ. Nice. All right. Thanks for joining, MJ. It's usually supposed to be Kyarson, but people go with the J version mostly. Okay. I'll go with Kyarson. Nice to catch you on Twitch again. Okay, it looks like Sebastian has done his loop-de-loop around the blue base. MbL hasn't even stepped foot outside of his comfort zone yet. And to be fair, not a terrible map spawn. It's actually one of those maps where they spawn quite nicely, mirrored opposite one another, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And MbL sees the scout. Exploration of the map be damned, he is heading. Chris, I don't know about this matchup. The Bengalis can't build Rathas. But besides that, I don't see any problem to playing elephants against the Berbers. We'll find out. I'm hoping we get to see elephants. Berbers tienen hombres de armas automáticamente. No, es el Bulgarian. I don't know how to say Bulgarians in Spanish. Zygo, I think you're thinking of the Bulgarians where their militia become automatically upgraded. Solo, there's a lot of discussion on Reddit about that, of people saying that the player base is getting better. And to be fair, I'm not surprised. There is a lot of content on the internet to improve your gameplay. You literally just need to watch Hera for a couple of hours and your gameplay just automatically improves by osmosis. Let alone any of Survivalists' videos and the Viper's gameplay. Bulgaro. Gracias, Fera. Derek is all Team Sebastian here. Berbers are the ones with 2 ranged mounted unique units. Correct. Master Jedi Draco, Red Bull preview match. Although not Empire Wars like Red Bull. Here we go. Bengali cavalry's moving in. Is it the Bengali cavalry that comes with a bonus against skirmishers? Yeah, +2. So that might be bad news bears if we see genitors of any kind from our Berber. Although for now, our Berber, basically one of everything, so hard to know what direction MbL wants to take this. The Berber discount on stable units clicks in the Castle Age, so he's paying full price for his scouts right now. Bulgarians are cool, but they really had to go and add another civ for me. I'm still waiting. Addictive me. I'm still waiting for, you know how the Turks, their scouts become light cav, become hussars, the Bulgarian militia become men-at-arms, become two-handed swordsmen, long swordsmen, champions, whatever. I'm waiting for the same feature to be given to a civilization with archers. Archers become crossbows, crossbows become arbalesters for free. One of the civs, one of these new civs that they're introduced, and there's a lot of talk on Reddit of the a new DLC about to drop because they added some accomplishment and no one knows what the hell it is, but it's supposedly related to the new DLC. I'm hoping one of the new civs that eventually gets added has that feature where the archers become crossbows, become arbalesters. Watching Hera is great, but when I click that house wall to trap you, build a farm. Look, I watching Hera and emulating Hera is two different things, I guess. Yeah, Addictive, they would have to have a pretty shitty tech tree. Or somebody would have very weak archers available in the, or very weak skirmishers available in Dark Age, like the Armenians have spearmen available in the Dark Age. Chris, you think we're going to end up with camels versus elephants? I hope so. So you think that would be too OP? Derek, you always bring up the bluey Reddit and the furries. Staratus and then become astronauts. Yeah. Like in the Civilization games, at the end of the game when you just research the spaceship components and everyone just goes into space. Furries are definitely an interesting breed. There's also that new sport, not in the Olympics, but Olympics adjacent, of people running horse tracks with what are those toys called where it's like a horse head on a stick and you pretend it's a real horse? The rumors are that the new civ will be a Chinese civ split. Interesting. Really? In Tadzio. Nice to chat on Twitch. In him they go become Cobra cars. Hobby horse. Yes, thank you, Jedi. Thank you, Master Jedi. You may call me your Padawan if that makes you happy. Chris, I did not remember when Tony the Tiger made a Twitter account. But that, like what Derek is saying, that doesn't surprise me. Your rumor isn't confirmed at all, but people have been asking that forever. Those horse races coming from Finland, they sell it here in Sweden too. Yeah, it's so weird. People just running on those little hobby horses and jumping over a bunch of like poles and stuff. But to be fair, I mean, we're all sitting here on a Saturday night watching little toy soldiers on a screen, so who are we to call anything weird? Says the guy who called things weird and no one else did. Our Bengali is seconds away from the Castle Age, and the question remains, what the hell is our red Phosphoru build? That's for sure. He's got 2 archery ranges. Elephants? No, he's going cross. He's going foot archers. Against a civilization with a mounted skirmisher. Alright. We'll see if he can make that work. Or maybe it's just for these few archers he has in the forward position. Yeah, look, I agree with you. As a caster, adding more civilizations and technologies is gonna make my job a little bit harder, but... Cat, hello, hello. How long before Microsoft runs this game into the ground? Some would argue it already has. But there we go. There we go, elephants. Well, there we were. A single elephant pops out, a single elephant dies. Derek, I just instinctively look for you when there's nonsense around. You make my job easy. I would say the #1 priority for the developers of this game is to fix the coding. Fix the coding or just redo the coding from start. Massive undertaking, massive, but I'm sure the community will understand. If Microsoft issues a press release, or who is it, World's Edge, or whoever does the actual work, if they issue a press release that said, look, we're not going to get any new DLCs for another year to 2 years. What you have is what you've got. But in 1 to 2 years, we're going to release the definitive edition, definitive squared, where all of the code will be redone. No more pathing issues, no more teleporting units, no more units jumping off the edge of the screen, trying to suicide with the Protoss. I'm sure the community will say that's fine. We'll wait a year and a half, a year to 2 years for anything new. Who tries to save the villager, but MbL gets his first Vil kill of the game. Low Elo Legion, hello, hello. Kyerson, you're from Serbia. Man, did I have some good food in Belgrade. Jedi's laughing at me with my my not so youthful optimism about pathing issues being fixed. Titanic Swim Team. That is a morbidly hilarious name. I think that you think the game would die if they did. Oh, cat, don't worry about it. Was it fun at least? Why am I saying at least? Was it fun, period? Question mark? Zuil, hello, hello. Although, speaking of pathing, I watched the Red Phosphoru video with his new patrol trick, and I think that's a game changer. Caster says my name and adds commence. Arthrithmus. Arthrithmus. Oh, that is a I'm gonna screw your name up. He has to. You saw this game from MbL's perspective. From Seb's perspective, he knew MbL was gonna go Genitor before the first one came out. Yeah, the level of reading of the game for high elo players, although it looks like he's transitioning probably into Hasarza if he manages to get up to Imperial. Zuil, you just got into the US? Nice. Where in the US are you, if you don't mind sharing? Kyerson, you want to hear a funny Serbia story? Let me know if you want to hear something funny. One of my experiences in Serbia. Everyone gets caught with Art's name. I don't blame them. Art made it very difficult. You're in Orlando, Florida. Well, I'm assuming Florida. There's probably like 10 Orlandos in the US. Nice. So, at the time, I was dating a Serbian girl. A Serbian woman, my apologies. And I went to Serbia with her. So we started in Belgrade, and then I think we went to Novi Sad. and we were having lunch with her dad and her family, her grandfather, and it was like very good. We had some good chevapi, some good rakia was flowing. It was very very fun music, accordion music in the background, playing chess. And I wanted to do something nice. So at the end of the meal, I said, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. I went to the owner of the restaurant and I was like, here's my credit card. Put the meal on me. I want to pay for this meal. I want to do something nice for this amazing family that was very welcoming and very nice and warm. And the owner of the restaurant looked at me in the eye, shook his head, grabbed me by the hand like I was an 8-year-old kid. Literally grabbed me by the hand, dragged me to my ex-girlfriend's father, and said, Mladen, he just tried to pay for your meal. As if I had done something that was incredibly insulting. And I was just standing there. I was like in my mid-30s, just standing there going, what the hell's going on right now? And I was explained that in Serbia, it's very bad manners. If somebody takes you out for lunch and says, I'm going to pay, if you try to pay, it's apparently incredibly rude. And that's my story. But literally the owner took me by the hand like I was a child and chastised me and took me to her dad and told me that I had done something so incredibly wrong. Anyway, that's my story. And I was like, okay, yeah, no, in North America, you'd be giving me a big fat thank you, but here I guess I got in trouble. I mean, I didn't really get in trouble. He obviously knew I was trying to do, like, he wasn't like offended or anything. He was like, no, he's okay, he's Canadian. He's just trying to do something nice. Solo, you're gonna spam Nico with random English comments? Why? Oh, Washington, D.C. is beautiful. I love them all. Guyerson, you're not surprised, huh? Honestly, he literally grabbed my hand and took me. I had like trauma from when I was like a 10-year-old boy getting in trouble with my dad. And that's why she's my ex-girlfriend. The breakup was forced on the spot. Our Bengali is in fact going Rathas. And MbL's Genitor count has disappeared. Your ex's family on dad's side was from Italy, loved going over, always overfed with food, take home, refuses to accept no. Yeah, I know. European cultures can be real fun like that when it comes to food related things. Tony Crawford, the king himself. Thank you for that nice comment. Yeah, the Orlando humidity, the Florida humidity in general is something else. You're 27 and no relative has ever let you pay for anything? Yeah, I know. Try that in Eastern Europe, you little wife. Oh, man. But I really like Novi Sad. I really like Belgrade also. Belgrade was very nice. I forget the name of that big fort that's there on top of the hill of the national park. Ratha is chasing this unit away. I'm assuming MbL is going Hussars. There's got to be Hussars in the gameplay here. Although might want to get iron casting with a little bit of food. Oh, cat. The Italians have perfected the 3 combination carbohydrate, tomato paste of some kind, and cheese. They have turned those 3 ingredients into just an absolute masterpiece of culinary delight. So many different meals, all from 3 basic ingredients. And here we go. Sebastian's got twice the army count. His Rata's upgrades, not great. but it is a very expensive unit to fully upgrade. Monk tries to convert Camel. MbL just deletes it instead of giving it to his opponent. He's searching. He does. Yeah, actually, he does have the gold to go up to Hussars. And I believe he also has the, yeah, he's got the resources to go up to Hussar right now. Does our Berber. Counter castles going up on the right side of the map. Actually, probably should cast the game at some point. Staritas, I am 41 years old. Soon to be 42 in October. Assaulting each other for the chance to pay. Yeah, Solo, that's the funny thing, is that before, tomatoes formed absolutely no part of the Italian cuisine. But man, oh man, have the Italians made do. Created works of art. I mean, come on. Adrian, I am married. Radas take a nice big, pleasing on the eye arc around the TC. And now they're, I'm assuming, going into melee mode to get this Treb. I don't think you needed to send all of your Radas to get that one Treb, but okay. Sebastian knows what he's doing here. En qué fecha? Octubre 10. The 10th of October. I am a 10-10 baby. Aishi Chan 1 just became a follower. Thank you so much for following on Twitch. Welcome to the family. Yeah, Kat, what is it called? I forgot. Stanley Tucci tried to have a TV show where he wanted to be like Anthony Bourdain, but he just came across as very like weird and awkward. But he has a whole episode, yeah, Cucina Pobre, he called it, of the Italians. The very basic, very tasty, very fresh. Adrian, gracias. Estudié para 3 años en la universidad, pero hace 20 años que no hablo español. So, excuse me if my Spanish isn't fantastic. I am improving, though. I am studying again. But you know, at the age of 41 to study, ooh, man, is it not easy. 41 with a toddler. Not easy at all. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. And when playing against the Bengalis, skirmishers on the high ground is the way to go. Because the Bengali Rada count just got absolutely reset to 12. Fat slob from Sweden. You missed a couple of good conversations about some fat slobby food. Du Mannen. Ist das Deutsch? Fat slob from Sweden speaking Deutsch. Zygos, I think he's just messing with you. Oh, Swedish. I remember my day trip. So I studied in Norway for 6 months. I lived in Oslo in 2004. And we used to take trips to Sweden to buy food because it was just so much cheaper than in Norway. And I remember my trip to... Oh my goodness. My brain is just absolutely derping out. What was the name of the city? What's the name of the city that's Norway and Sweden? They're in the southern part. Vivi fan. Hello, hello. I too am a Vivi fan. It's like right opposite of Oslo. Oh, what the hell's the name of the city? Definitely not Orlando. That's funny though. No, not Uppsala. Fat slob. Everyone is always asking you if you're the real fat slob. You should add not the real one. To your name. I am just gonna... Anyway. This story wasn't that fun. So we've got a battle here of Rathas going up to 38 of them. Ooh, upgrades are nice and juicy. Ooh, let's see them close it on melee here. Melee mode. They do trample damage now on melee mode. 20% trample damage. And they are chasing these skirmishers uphill, though. Skirmisher still does counter. Okay. And our Bengali, 80 army count ahead of his opponent. No, not Gothenburg. My goodness. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble remembering this name, but that was an absolute massacre, as Adrian is saying. Holy moly. Not that the skirmisher is really that, you know, unit that really should be living a long time. But wow. Holy moly, that was nice and close right up until the end when it wasn't, but I guess MbL was down a lot. He was pressed into a corner. And man, did I drop the ball casting this game. I do apologize. I was so focused on the, no, not Malmo. I'll remember the name of the city. Anyway, it wasn't that fun of a story. It wasn't that fun of a story. But it's nice to see the Bengalis win. I mean, did we see one elephant, I think? Yeah, not even enough to make it to the top 3. All right. Let's see the stats. Light cav. Again, I mean, MbL, look at his resources. He had the resources for Hussar. Why didn't he go up to Hussars? Solo with the $5 super chat. Noob. That is a very adorable controller in the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Staritas, you're heading out. Have a fantastic night. I will remember the name. I just have... my brain is drawing a complete blank right now. Your phone's at 1%. Oh, I appreciate you saying that before your phone died. Sebastian is a... in a year or two. Keep an eye on Sebastian. And I believe, yes, he is Argentinian. Although some of my Argentinian viewers can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm curious to see the economy. I can't see the Religold, the 1300, playing a role very much. Yeah, our Bengali. I'm also... oh, he's Uruguayan. My bad. Well, there you go. To be fair... Was he... Why did I feel like I thought he was... I thought I saw the Argentinian flag next to his name. But he's Uruguayan. Well, there you go. He is not Sebastian. He is Sebastian. Lo siento, Daniel. Lo siento. We don't have to wait 1 to 2 years. He's already there. Fair enough. MbL took the food, everything else going to our Bengali. What I wanted to say is that the one second. I just noticed something. Look at the military line for blue. Just down the toilet. All right, Elendiel, are you still with us in the chat? He was third at Warlords, the last S tier, won the several A tier tournaments in a row. Yeah, Zuil, I was wondering the flags. One is like a little bit of a lighter blue. One is a bit of a darker blue. Oh, Cat, you also redeemed the word. Okay. 1 second. Berbers, king, move 1. Berbers, king, move 1. Okay. I feel like his, like Adrian is saying, the consistency... It's more of a recent thing, but again, I'm just kind of 2 years into casting, so we're gonna do something a little bit different before we jump into the next game. 2 people on Twitch have redeemed for me to say some words from the game. Yeah, Cat, you always have the Twitch going, and I appreciate that. I like it. Elendil died in the Second Age. If only Rings of Power would die in the Second Age, am I right? But I'm ching. So Elendil wanted the Franks. And it's pinned up there, Montmirail. I don't know what that is. I don't think I've heard of villagers ever say that. Where is Montmirail? Oh, there it is. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, when you redeem these, remember that it's like 10 o'clock at night here, and my baby's asleep, so I'm not going to be able to really yell this. Why does it sound like it starts with a P? How is 5 different than 6? Okay, well. That's as good as I'm gonna get, Elendil. I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. And how the hell is this what the guy is saying? That is awful. And now, Cat, you redeemed the Berbers. King, move 1. I'm assuming this is going to be really hard to say. Just because, King, move 1. Oh, it doesn't even... It's so atrocious, it doesn't even have it. Chris, I hope you're here too, by the way. No, that can't be a real thing. Cat, that can't be a real thing. That can't possibly. That sounds like it's like it's backwards. You know, like those, you know, like those conspiracy theories that if you play Dark Side of the Moon backwards, it's like worshiping the devil. Cat, you have outdone yourself with this one. Llama Drama, nice to see you. Corey, nice to see you. I mean, that can't possibly be a real thing. I mean, I'm probably insulting somebody who speaks, I'm assuming this is what, Arabic?
Yeah? Azul.
In-game Berbers speak Kabyle Takbalit, a Berber language that official, I mean, come on. Well, Cat, you outdid yourself. I hope I did justice to... I honestly have no clue what that command says because it doesn't even have it here. Well, let's get back to the Age of Empires. That is a very definitive GG. We need a new taunt if somebody doesn't GG after a 105. You hear Isaac start defending the Rings of Power. All I said was that the trailer for Season 2 looked decent. That's all I said. Yeah, Cat, you chose it on purpose. All right. All right, fair enough. Look, I'm a victim of my own creation here. Oh, and who wanted to see Bulgarians? Zygos. Let's see, 1 second. I believe we have a Bulgarian game coming up. Although I'm trying to find it. Why can't I find it? There it is. All right, so we're loading. Sorry for the interlude. If you're wondering what the hell that was, on Twitch, if you watch, you can redeem points and I will, I'll say stuff. Basically as complicated as it gets. And if you save more points, I say an entire branch of a civilization's military or villager commands. All right. Next game, we're back to Hera MbL. Ooh, 2 powerful cavalry civilizations. So, as I mentioned, we've got the Bulgarians on the left side of the map. We've got MbL as the Georgians with their free mule cart on the right side of the map. Look on Nexus tomorrow for taunt number 3 with Isaac saying he's getting Uber Eats delivered. Lisa, we have Super Gen clipped a few of them on Twitch, I think. Bulgaros and Camino. Derek, these are just random ranked ladder matches. Hera hasn't discovered his additional llamas. Whoa, okay. So Hera's scouting is going to be a little bit lackluster, but does our Bulgarian care? He is moving forward, and he is going to find a few llamas of his own. Maybe, maybe not. Ooh, just barely missed the llama as it passed the line of sight. Now, if that was a feudal age scout, he would have seen that llama. Hera, where are his? Okay, he's got some to the south. Those are deer. Okay, both of them are to the south. Very odd. And he hasn't even explored this part of the map yet. Damn, okay, so Hera's on the other side of the map. He's going to be super duper aggressive, I'm assuming. David, that is actually pretty funny. Harambe. What year was it where the Harambe memes were all like crazy? What was that, like 4 years ago? 5, 6, 7, 10? Time means nothing anymore. Especially when you can't find 400 of your own food. Hera has to send a villager. Oh no, never mind. I thought this villager was on exploration duty. How sour is this for our Bulgarian? Why did he rush all the way to the other side of the map? Is he planning some kind of militia become men-at-arms push? Oh, and he goes just north of the llamas. That is so sad. Okay, he discovers a second boar. Finally. Wow, very bad scouting out of our Bulgarian. And on top of that, okay, well, MbL just has kind of a bit of a llama situation here in the forward portion. Despite that, Hera has in fact gathered more resources than MbL, even though he's discovered fewer resources and his scout was on the other side of the map the entire time. Okay. Both players 16 villagers a pop. Cat, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Newbie Baby. Thank you so much. And that brings out the Ace Ventura animation. I appreciate that. And that, to be honest, was one of the tougher... The Slavic King command the other day was tough. But this one was... this one honestly sounded like somebody rewinding a record of some kind. Harambe memes are 14 years old? No way. 2017. Okay, so 7 years. AoE 2, yeah, no Rage Forest today. Today we are doing a tribute to the Norwegian beauty that is MbL. David, if your journal from when you were 18 years old isn't embarrassing, I don't know, what's the point of it? What's MbL's win rate tonight? 50-50? 25-75? I haven't really been paying attention. I probably should be. But I've just been having so much fun. You couldn't make heads or tails of it. I honestly couldn't either. I'm glad I can stop the audio and I can do it word by word. I'm more of a hearing person anyway, so if it wasn't written down, it's not the end of the world. Embrace your inner cringe. Let's see this. These villagers have loom. Not too sure what this Georgian scout thinks he's doing. But remember, this is a Georgian scout, so he regenerates 5 HP per minute now. So lots and lots of incentive to keep these scouts alive. Endurance 2, MbL the GOAT. I mean, he sees them, right? With his feudal age line of sight. He sees them. Hera? Hera sees them too. Who's gonna discover? Who's gonna be first to get the ones on the right? MbL sees it, Hera. Hera does not. Oh, he sees it now. All right, well, 400 food. Better late than never, I guess. Spelling can confuse since they, yeah, like, look at the French one that Elendil had me say. That sounded nothing like it was written down. Yeah, UPS, I'm 100% sure MbL didn't touch them on purpose. There's a lot of, like, gentlemen's agreements between some of these players that they don't really, like, lame. But as I was about to say, MbL actually, when he's not housed, and when he doesn't make mistakes like he made in the last game against Hera, a few strategic blunders, I would say, he really could be top 3 players in the world. Why is Hera running around so much? We'll get the villager kill and then get the hell out of Dodge. Teovelo, you built 3 houses at the start. I wonder if there's a, I wonder if there's a reason. I suspect if I had to guess, it's either the 25 wood or the 25 seconds that it takes to build the house, or whatever the, I forget what the exact equation for 2 villagers building a second house, that you're not gathering food. Or to be honest, it could just be that things have been, you know, 2 houses have been the standard meta for a long time. And nobody wants to change it. Not everybody's like a U-Pudding or a Red Phosphoru or a Huang that will gladly change the fundamentals of the game, right? Even pro players, they do kind of what everyone else does. What everyone else does right now is attacking a Bulgarian spearman. So I'm not too sure what the hell the name of the game was for Hera sending that scout out instead of pushing deer initially. I don't know if somebody challenged him on Twitch to do that or whatever. But he is still ahead in the res gathered, so I guess I'm the idiot. Some people with Spanish will build 3 houses at the start. I'd imagine in that case it's probably Romans as well, right, B. Bailey? Cat, you're a francophone. Cool. I've forgotten every single tiny little bit of French that I ever learned. Although I've told you the story about that teacher that scarred me. And imagine there's some reason. I mean, obviously there's a reason, but whether it's a good reason or not, why players don't build 3 houses to start. I mean, you start with 3 villagers. And it really does only delay your food gathering. I guess here's what I would imagine the logic is for building as few houses as possible in the beginning. Because food is basically more valuable in the first 10 minutes of the game. Let's say first 7 to 10 minutes of the game than gold or anything else. Literally anything else. Food is what you need. I'm assuming the earlier you get on food, the better it is. And so I'm assuming that's why. Now then you might ask, why not just build 1 house and send 2 villagers straight to the sheep and then build a second house as needed? That might be a better option. I don't know. Look at me arguing with myself like a real lawyer here. I'm not too sure. Don't ask me why pro players don't get murder holes. I also don't understand that. You don't use it, so you've forgotten a bunch? Your accent is awful. My fake French accent is fantastic. But I'm assuming francophones would probably find it insulting. 1 vil cannot finish a house before the first vil finishes at the TC. I mean, in theory, it should be the exact same time, right, Fat Slob? Isn't it 25 seconds to train a villager, 25 seconds to build a house? 25 seconds to get loom unless you're the Goths? No, 2 build 1 house. Okay. Oh, right. Fat Slob. Yeah, you're right. I'm ignoring the... could I be any more Ivory Tower? I'm ignoring the actual mechanics of the game. Where you click the TC first, queue a villager, and then build a house. I guess in that case... but what happens if you take your TC, queue your first villager, use your double villagers to build a house... and your single villager to go straight to sheep, and you just build 1 house, and your third villager, that house with 2 villagers should complete before your first vill pops out of here, right? Would that work? You know what doesn't work is leaving your front base open up here. Je parle français un petit peu. Je ne parle pas rien. P90 says the logic is if the enemy's army is attacking your castle and you have no army to fight theirs, you'll lose anyway? What does that have to do with Dark Age? No TC idle time. Halls before houses. You like to keep your friends at an arm's length. MbL just kind of running around here, getting kills, but both players have got 2 kills apiece, one of them villagers. Our Georgian has already got 2 fortified churches, all right. Now this is very interesting. The lure of the Manaspa is being ignored here by our Georgian, who is going mounted archers, which remember are still technically mounted units and regenerate HP. I can't say I've seen a lot of Georgian Cav Archer play. I would imagine it peaks in Castle Age. Le siete Pollen, très bon français, merci. Merci. I'm pretending, I don't really know that much French. Jai Kumar, hello, hello. Français est très facile. Oh, for me it was not facile at all. Espanol was much easier for me to learn than French. Bienvenue, Polen. I forgot to say, uh-oh. This is the benefit of ranged cavalry versus melee cavalry. You can set up, I mean, obviously don't go into the down center fire, MbL, come on. Oh, this is the thing with MbL. What a brilliant move, followed by such a shitty little play. To lose that one cav archer is so unnecessary. That, for example, is a mistake Hera would never make. Shoving into that TC firing zone. By the way, this is still open, so MbL has an escape route here, and Hera's not paying attention. Okay, takes a bunch of damage. These are Bodkin cav archers, by the way. Scouts move in. Scouts get a few kills. Maybe. MbL's got 8 villager kills too. I was about to say 5, but no, it is 6. It's a shame that the fortified church only improves the work rate and not the movement speed, because otherwise that villager would have been nice and safe inside the fortified church. MbL, though, is still on the other side of the map, slowly regenerating HP. 650, 651, 654, little by little. Man, the Georgians' ability to just have longevity to their mounted units is incredible. Jai Kumar, you love seeing the vision of both. Let's see Hera. Hera sees nothing. Hera's gameplay so far is a question mark for me this game. He's gone up to 3 TCs. Very close. Very close. Going for those nearby resources. MbL's got a lot more map vision with this marauding band of cavalry. But he's on 2 TCs, so he's down 8 villagers right now. Even though he's fantastically killed more vills of his opponent. Cav archers are approaching almost 100% of their HP now. Oh yeah, Cat, the chat is open to everybody. As long as, you know, there's nothing being said that's like offensive to people. Obviously, that would apply to English as well, but more than happy to throw in some Spanish and some French. Ein bitte Deutsch. Okay, how many kills? Now he's up to 9. I mean, for all the movement that he's doing, and after that amazing get here, MbL is kind of stalling out. There you go. Why are you stopping? Oh, here we go, though. Here we go. He's going to see the wood line. After that spearman dies, this is going to be a whole bunch of dead villagers. Okay, forget the spearman. He's risking it. Hera looks like on the other side of the map, he's going to try to deny a castle. There's plenty of cavalry units here, though. MbL's... Oh, Hera's not noticing. He's not punishing this. Where the hell is MbL going? What a risky move. Hera finally realizes not enough to two-shot even a villager. What the hell? Oh, now MbL's not paying attention. His castle canceled. He only has 600 stone. Hera manages to deny with a Krepos Knight Monk Scorpion push. Oh, you know, just the usual Krepos Monk Knight Scorpion push. 4th town center for our Bulgarian. Remember, these cost 50% less stone for them, so they can plop down a lot of these. Oh, yeah. You know, when you go the standard Krepos Knight Monk Scorpion push, the natural follow-up is an aggressive market. This always reminds me of Gangs of New York. These upside-down hares that are being strung in the market to be sold. What was the name of Leonardo DiCaprio's gang in Gangs of New York? The Dead Rabbits or something? Bit of Japanese as well. MC Irish. It is a fantastic... The Dead Rabbits. It is one of the greatest movies of all time. Daniel Day-Lewis's speech about how he fought Liam Neeson, then he carved out his own eye. The eye that looked away in shame. With that American eagle on it. McGloin, you're getting fish hooked. It is just an absolute fantastic movie. Yeah, bone chilling. is a great way to describe Daniel Day-Lewis. First of all, in every movie I've ever seen him has just been absolutely fantastic. Apparently he's like making shoes now. I don't know. He's like in some island off of New Zealand making shoes for like homeless people. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he's not like really acting anymore. He has just like given up on the acting. And I think that is a real disservice to art as a whole. Daniel Day-Lewis is just wow, a fantastic actor. But Bill the Butcher, that scene where he knows that Leonardo DiCaprio is a traitor, and they're doing that like that show in the theater, and he throws the cleaver in the air, and then goes whoops, and he misses it. And it lands right next to Leo's face, and then he brands him with that hot iron. Oh my god, what a fantastic movie. I might want to watch that tonight. The clever toss. MbL is finally starting to add in Manaspas. He's going up to 17. I believe you need, if I'm not mistaken, 22 to get the next attack boost. He doesn't even have enough for +2 right now, I don't think. It's 8, 15, 22, 29, if I'm not mistaken. And to be fair, MbL, with the regenerating cavalry, he can take a little bit of damage. He can take a couple of pokes and prods. Manaspa armor will keep them safe from these knights for a little bit. Life hack, I have no clue why the aggressive market. I think he was just building something because he didn't have a market at home. And he needs to occupy the villagers. MbL should string up some Heras. He's definitely trying. He's just like last game. He's got more villager kills. This time, though, Hera is focusing on flesh and blood units, so he needs food for these knights. Unlike last game. Well, there you go. You see? This is exactly what MbL needed to do the last game he played against Hera, except he should have gone after the wood. Now that he's going after the food, Hera just GG's because he doesn't have enough to replenish villagers and build knights at the same time. And he's gone up to 4 town centers, so you got to keep those active. Manaspas are raiding over here. Should be enough for a +1 with forging +2. Carlos, you're back. Why doesn't MbL have ballistics? That is a good question. A quitter. To be fair, I mean, he just lost his army over here. He's getting run around the map over here. 14 cav archers are sniping his economy nonstop. And like I said, last game, MbL made the mistake of going after the wrong resource and taking fights and choke points. Now Hera is taking fights and choke points, and MbL is going after the right resource. So 3 beats 2, 2 beats 1, 1 beats 3. Too sure what you're trying to say there, Derek. Oh, you're replying to Zuil. Hera has a video talking about how 3 town centers beat being a counter to 2. So he's trying to ticking time bomb if MbL doesn't get the ball rolling. Yeah, MbL was stuck at 2 town centers. 29 cav archers, 25 Manaspas. See, this is still not enough to get the full attack boost. I like that both players double down in Castle Age. Nobody really rushing to get up to Imperial. Trash to Hera, scarce resources to MbL. On the whole, economy is fairly similar. Our Georgian did take 2 relics, 4 conversions as well. Probably doesn't sit well with Hera. Hera had better map control and still lost. I mean, aside from this, I feel like MbL had more map control, no? With the more mobile army, but it's hard to say. Neither player really having any expansions out just yet. The game was kind of short, so it's hard to say. I like that Hera put his town centers right next to resource patches. And again, the Bulgarians pay only 50 stone for a TC, not 100 stone like everyone else. So they can plop down a bunch of these. But the more pressing story, what's the like the top page of the first page or whatever of the newspaper is this group of units, 30 kills, 14 villagers. And yeah, this time MbL played it perfectly. Hey, you're going knights. Knights cost food. So why don't I just start sniping your villagers, and you can't replace them, even though Hera does have 13 more vills than he does. And yeah, 1,000 stone. Not that our Bulgarian really needed to. This Krepos was basically just to deny the castle on the high ground. I don't see a single conic. Did he train even a single conic? Nah. PKPM, of course, for Hera, almost 200. MbL, 11 minutes and 14 minutes. And okay, so halfway through the game. Headline, yes. Ebelson, thank you so much. Sometimes my brain struggles with like the most basic word. The basic city in Sweden. All right, let's take a look at the next game. Will I cast games sent on Discord at the end of the stream? No, life hack. We're doing community game casting only at the moment. So if it's a community game, then we'll do it when we have enough community games, but individual games are not being cast right now. No, unfortunately. I unfortunately don't have the time. All right, let's do one more. Do you want to see MbL fighting Mr. Yo? Or do you want to see MbL fighting Barles? Let's see whose name gets to 5 the first, I guess. I don't know. Cat says Barles. Ebelson, thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Okay, second vote for Barles. Zuil and Lisa say Mr. Yo, so we're at 2 for 2. Are there any messy games? I have no clue. I haven't seen these games. They could be like 2-minute games. It could be an hour and a half long games. Azor says Barles as well. All right. No one else is commenting, so we'll go with Barles. Ooh, and 2 fun civs as well. Okay, let me just set that game up. Life hack, eventually I will start casting submitted games and stuff. We'll watch them together, but unfortunately just lately I've just not had the luxury of being able to do that yet. And now we're starting to mix in community games, so feel free to play in those. Carlos says Barles as well. Lisa, I didn't catch any of Regicide Rumble, unfortunately. How's that going? Abdurrahman, hello, hello. How are you tonight? All right, the final game of the evening. We have MbL playing as the Poles in red. He went from cavalry spam to cavalry spam, and then we've got Barles playing as the Burgundians in blue. Okay, and we are on runestones, so we got good forest coverage, easily defensible bases, a relic in the middle. This is runestones life hack. It's basically Arabia with 2 differences. One, there's always a relic in the middle of the map in between these 2 little karsts. And the second difference is, in theory, there should be thicker, more defensible forests to start with nearby. You see how these are like in the 4 corners? Whereas Arabia, you're not always guaranteed good forest coverage at all. And that, I believe, is the only difference. Cat, thanks for another gifted sub to Ask for Boof. Not too sure who Boof is, but we'll ask for Boof. Thank you so much again, Cat. I appreciate that. Chamine became a follower as well. Thank you so much. Yesterday I said you must watch a stream of yours. Abdurrahman, welcome. I'm glad you could catch a stream. How is the RR tournament going? I've been intending to sit down and watch it, but I just haven't had the opportunity to. I think he streams during the day, right? T90, like 99% during the day. You're out of town at a Pride Fest today. Didn't get a chance to do much. Okay, I'm glad you could join us. I'm glad you have the energy after an all-day activity. I really want to know how to play AoE 2 online. Are you asking like how to actually like buy the game, and or you have the game and you want to play it? Raul Dweef. I hope I'm saying your name right. Becoming a follower on Twitch. Thank you so much. Jai Kumar, no, this is not Arabia. This is runestones here at the bottom of the map. You were exhausted, you took a nap, and then you played Stardew Valley. Well, I appreciate it after that. I mean, that sounds like a very fun, busy day. That you could join us here. Some really fun games worth watching. One went 3 hours. Oh, goodness. I think today was a pro day, right? So let's see where the resources are, because I feel like our pole... Take a look at this. He's walling himself in. He's going to have his primary gold, primary stone, 2 extra gold patches. And where's the extra stone? Out here. But to be fair, as the pole, this is all you need. All you need is not even this. You need this. 2 patches to get that castle, to get Schlachter, and then you just start overwhelming. Now, to be fair, I'm hoping, as I always do when we see Burgundians, that we get to see the button pressed. Because Flemish Militia do come with a juicy attack bonus against Cavalry. Hera borrows his resources. He's making use of his primary stone as a wall off. Gold secure. Extra gold outside. Extra gold outside. Oh no. MbL with a much better base here. A much better base. Holy moly. And he's got 2 thick forests to the rear. Fantastic. Barles probably should have walled vertical, no? He could have also had 2 forests secured, but he's going a weird kind of... I don't know what this is. Rectangular shaped? Arrow shaped? But I like that both players are walling themselves in, which means we're going to see some nice Castle Age, hopefully Imperial Age. I've been trying to learn polls lately. Is that the play? Night spam? 100%. That is their biggest strength. You get your full works up and running, so that 8% of every farm goes immediately to your bankroll. You get on stone real quick, so that you generate gold as well. And then you just spam the hell out of your knights. Of course, if you're facing off against, like, Saracens or Italians or an anti-cavalry civilization, you modify your gameplay. Maybe you throw in some obuchs. Pole foot archers are pretty good as well. That's been part of the meta lately. Oh, you're new to the Definitive Edition? Did you used to play the other ones, like HD or the other editions? Zuil, I think you're missing a caster there in your list of casters. Margugu was very fun to listen to. Is it possible to go up to 1819 pop to Feudal Age while simultaneously walling in the Dark Age? That you have to ask, that is not a question I can answer. If Barles walled lower, he wouldn't be able to defend it? Why, you think Barles can defend here? Or here? This is pretty damn far away from his settlement too. Although to be fair, he does have access to this wood here. Pretty safe as well, so... I completely skipped all of them. I just went straight to DE. And look at Barles playing arena style. Your opponent puts down a tower, you immediately wall around the nook. Yes, Siririo is the same with me. I went from 1999 Age of Kings to this. Zuil, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. This is like a food channel with occasional Age of Empires. Okay, so our poll is on early stone. I thought maybe you wanted to rush into a red phosphorus style fast castle pole knights, but no, it's just for tower pushes. He's going up to another tower here behind us. I guess he saw the primary stone and the extra gold and said, you know what? 3 out of 5 of your resources are outside of your settlement. So why don't I just try to lane you that way? But quick castle age with a market blacksmith combo for our Burgundian. And then siege can start coming out. You got a burger at Applebee's? I have not been to an Applebee's in years. Holy moly. Cat, how was the gold version? Carlos, what are you preparing for dinner? Okay, our pole is in, but the question is now what? Barles is going to hit Castle Age ahead of you. Walled out the scout from discovering the villagers. Remember, the Burgundians do get cavaliers in the Castle Age. So we'll see whether or not that's something Barles is interested. He does have a gold pile secure here. Oh, villager kill. First kill of the game, actually, at the 15-minute mark. Holy moly, that took a while. It was good. Nice to see the 200 pop limit. Oh, you didn't like the 75? It's 4 a.m. and now you're hungry. That's one risk when you watch my live streams and you join our conversation and our community. You're always going to be hungry. And because this is the last game of the evening, I'm going to try to really not get distracted with food talk, although it's so hard for me to not. And especially now Carlos is talking about steak and quesadillas. Oh my god. So hard for me not to think about food right now. Cat, you had a pizza and you posted on Discord? Nice. I'll check that out after. Okay, MbL Scout finally does bite the dust. And it is a siege mangonel play most likely, but oh my goodness, MbL. He is committed. He's got enough stone for another tower. Wow, the DVD disc for Windows 98. A Pentium 2. Oh my god, a blast from the past. Okay, Tiefing Stone from your opponent. Not bad. Although, why stop now with only 5 towers? Why not go up to 30 towers? Is it the first time Barles is leaving his TC? No, we saw him here before. So he knows where his opponent is. Not too sure what the point of this scout is. You already know there's villagers here. Kevin, hello, hello. Glad you could join us. Unfortunately, the last game, but looks like we're just settling into it nice and easy. I heard a mangonel fire. Did I not? I thought I heard a mangonel fire a second ago. I was mistaken, as it was garrison inside. So he's clumping. He's gonna get a few mangonels at once. Oh, he's gonna risk it here instead of moving them down south. Where are you going, Barles? Oh, he destroyed the wall. That's the sound I heard? Okay. You saw Margugu build 30 donjons on Karst. That's definitely a map where you can build 30 donjons. And by the way, you can build 30 donjons and not even feel it. Because I would think that map comes with, what, 20,000 stone? Oh, risking it. Finish the job, buddy. Okay. 2 of the 6 towers are down. Behind this, MbL going with a siege workshop of his own. So a very un-pole play here. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so glad I got Smokey the Bear. He was on the low ground, was MbL. And then he positioned his spearman on the high ground and he still got taken out. Epic bear play out of Mother Nature. Okay, half the towers are down. Mangonels still at full health. You're watching from Libya. I can see why it's 4 in the morning. Well, I'm glad you could join so late. Ooh, the ghoul with the punnery. He barely got him. And that's it? Are you kidding me? That's it? All right. Well, we know on Arena, if you tower push and you fail, that you basically have lost the game. The curse of the tower push. Now, let's see if that applies to this Arabia variant. Libya is 4 a.m. right now. No one knows AoE here. Maybe you'll be the first. Maybe you can introduce it to everyone else. By the way, how much stone did he teeth? Nothing, nothing. Okay, so he teethed about 150 stone. The 5 a.m. club. Chamine? Where are you from for 5 a.m.? Syria is a 4 a.m. club. Where are you from? I should be asking people where they're from. And a big thank you to everyone who's joining in the middle of the night. Another town center, a third for our pole. 2 already up for our Burgundian. Yeah, the ghoul's always good with a pun or two. Sweden, 5 a.m. Brazil, Midnight Club. You're just playing with AI and you found my stream? Awesome. Well, we do talk about Age of Empires sometimes. So hopefully it helps with enjoying the game. Scout need 3 wackadoos to kill a monk as the Custiliers arrive a little too late. Evelsan's from America. India, 8:30 a.m. India, 8:30 a.m. Oh, man. Chicago, 10 p.m. Awesome. After vacation, you won't be able to watch live. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to play around with streaming times to see when I can stream that's better for other people. But it's really hard for me to stream during the day. Chile, 11 p.m. Nicholas, welcome to the live. Man, I love our community. I love the Age of Empires community. I should put one of those little things on Twitch. I've seen some people have it that shows where people are watching from, like which countries. Yeah, Nicholas, Chile is the same time as Toronto right now. 11 p.m. Okay. Defensive castle after all of that. MbL gets cleared out. Will he take down the house before the tower gets what's coming to it? You love the night streams? Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like the night streaming too. Even though I recognize that half the world is unable to join unless they also don't sleep. You watch almost all the previous streams. That's a lot of streams. David, you're crushing it. Are you Civ picking? And if so, which Civ? Lifehack, yeah. I just recently, about 2.5 weeks ago, added Twitch. So now I'm dual streaming. Ali, greetings from Nunavut. Damn. Excal Palexis, welcome. And I missed someone else as a follower. Oh, cat. No, Mongols. Oh my goodness. But remember, it can't be something that I have to yell because the baby is asleep. So if it's a yell, I might have to defer it till next stream. Or you can pick something else. Lifehack, thanks so much for following on Twitch. Nobody else casting at 8 p.m.? Fair enough. That's true. I've cornered the market. Do those castle tower ranges show murder holes? Yes, they do. You see there's a bit of a red line here, one tile away from the base of the castle. That is murder holes. Relic War. Oh, you're not really from Nunavut? You're trying to trick us? Burgundians are OP? Well, we're watching a Burgundian game right now. And our Burgundian has cleared up a whole bunch of pole infrastructure. Left behind some spy mining camps here. That surprisingly, who knew mining camps had such decent line of sight? Okay. I didn't know that mining camps had this. I mean, I knew like Korean villagers had them. And here we go. Obuchs are out. Watched it from the Northwest Territories. Yeah, trying to trick me. I am a father, yes, to a nice, beautiful 15-year-old little idle villager. You think this is the moment MbL loses control of the game? I don't know. He's going to hit Imperial ahead of his opponent. He's going to have 2 castles up. He's got Obuchs, which are going to help eradicate these Cousteliers. No, 15-month-old. Did I say 15-year-old? Okay. A bunch of people are saying 15 months. So yeah, I must have said 15 years old. No, 15 months old. This is our Burgundian's line of sight as he tries to bust into the pole base here. Let's see it. Their charge attacks don't work on structures, so they get to keep them. But look at this. It's a dead town. Where are MbL's villagers? MbL's an Imperial. 20 seconds away is our Burgundian. Oh, he saved up his charge attack. 15-year-old? No. That would have made me a father at 16, which would have made me a father from jail, I believe. I hope they're not idle at 15. But whatever he is. His parents will love him. Couple of Cousteliers running to the edge of the world. Not too sure what they're trying to find over there. The Fountain of Youth, maybe. Light Cav from our Pole. Now, Pole Light Cav is also a beastly unit with their winged hussars. You're a father to a 17-month-old angel? Aww. Mine's a little boy and he just started walking. And holy moly, is it tough to keep up with him. Most people are idling till 23 now. Yeah, my little boy's like running around. He's opening drawers. He's throwing Tupperware at the floor. Okay. Obuch's taking on Cousteliers. I mean, we've got unique unit versus unique unit. The Cousteliers aren't really fighting back. What the hell? Barles is not paying attention. Why? Something happening. Oh, there's a big battle here. I'm going to do something I don't like to do really live, but I'm going to rewind and see what the hell happened here. It looks like Barles went for that Treb. What are the upgrades on the Cousteliers? Not great. They're now... Actually, now they're elite. Yours is 2.5 years old. I stopped counting months after 24. I saw one of those funny memes where somebody's like, how old's your kid? And he's like, oh, he's 148 months old. Obos, Obos, Obos. First they take your armor, then they take your life. You have a 12-year-old and a 10-month-old. Aw. They're so delicious when they're that young. Exhausting, but delicious. Abdul Rahman, I'm glad you could join us. I'm glad you got the conversation steered to this. There's like nothing better than kids. Although my grandfather always, for the longest time when I was a teenager, not a teenager, like in my early 20s, my grandfather, when he was still alive, would tell me, have kids when you're young. Have kids as soon as possible. Just have kids. You're not going to have the energy for it later. And now at the age of 41, holy moly, was he right. Holy moly, was he right. Surrounded. They're not the strongest unit, the Obo. Base attack isn't that great. What is it, an 8? Yeah. But man, they get stronger and stronger the more they chip away at your armor. Perfect in every way. Aw. Indeed, expect 10 years. At least 10. If I had 10, I wouldn't be live streaming right now. I would be probably working a 7th or 8th job. You have 2 girls, you're only 25. Oh, you listened to my grandfather's advice. You had him young. I unfortunately did not. I had my first kid at 40. I think 40. Yeah, 40. Mining camp's still here. I mean, Barles is at 140 population. What is he doing? I'm not too sure what the name of the game here is for our Burgundian. He's an Imperial. He's losing Cousteliers left, right, and center. He's keeping up villager count, but army count, 35 obos. 30 arbalesters. $35 no kids. Yeah, Lisa, that was me 6 years ago. Oh, and yeah, I love playing with my nieces and nephews. You're almost 30, you don't have enough for your energy for your 2.5-year-old daughter? Yeah. I hear that. They wake up and they're like, okay, time to go. I'm awake. I need to go play piano. I need to go slam the piano keys. I need to go open every drawer in the house. I need to go do this, this, this. And I'm like, I just woke up, man. Give me a minute, please. Now, the Burgundian hand cannon, you remember, comes with 25% more attack. So not only does it attack on a 21, its bonus against infantry jumps from 10 to 13, which will make it absolutely fantastic at killing obos. Not so good at killing arbalesters. By the way, that gunpowder feature also applies to their BBCs. It applies to all of their gunpowder units. Okay, Barles is at 150 population, up from 140. You're already loving my grandfather? Yeah. He was full of advice. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Our Burgundian army just gets wiped out again and again and again. Blast furnace and bodkin on the way. Why is he getting bodkin? For the castles? For his 2 castles? Okay, interesting. Our Pole has carved up his army. MbL doing a good job. Kind of splitting up his army into 2, 3, 2.5, let's call it. When she wants anything, you feel like a villager. Little girls have a way of pulling the strings. Oh yeah. My brother has a little girl. I have a little boy. And it is like night and day. My son just wants to slam his fists on everything. And throw everything and grab everything. At his age, she was sitting down quietly, reading and looking at pictures in a book. Holding hands and cuddling. He's like a wild animal, like, you know those stories of randomly, like, oh, in like Siberia some person was like living with wolves for the first 20 years of their life. Let's see it, come on. These Cousteliers have been so underwhelming this game. I mean, I say that Barles has double the kills of his opponent. The scores are identical, though. MbL's finally fallen off the 200 population. Your nephew tears up the house? Yeah, exactly. But you are trading out Cousteliers for crossbows, which, to be fair, I'm trying to remember. I don't think a Coustelier is very expensive gold-wise. I'm trying to remember. Your friend moved to America and suddenly has a second kid. Welcome to America, baby. How much is the Coustelier? It's only like 50 gold, right? I'm trying to compare the gold cost of Arbalesters. It doesn't cost that much more gold than an Arbalester. And there's Lachitic Legacy for our Pole, who has absolutely no winged hussars whatsoever. Has he even researched winged hussar? He has not. Okay. Maybe this is like an emergency play by MbL in case he loses his main army. How many stables does he have and going up to? Where even are the stables? Are you kidding me? He has one stable and he's researching Lachitic Legacy. 55 food, 55 gold. Okay, so it's only 10 more gold than an Arbalester, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the hell? He deleted the town center so he could build a wall? Barles, I guess, not noticing that he could have gone through that TC. And look at this Burgundian gunpowder army. Move aside, Turks. Move aside, Bohemians and Portuguese. And there you go. There's your 13 attack bonus. But our Burgundian needs to deal with these Arbalesters ASAP. There's 34 of them. Only 17 kills. Oh, okay. Bombard cannons should do the job. First volley, whack-a-moles, 3 or 4 of them. Second volley. Didn't get a single one. Ooh, now they're clumped. They're clumped. Oh, gross. 4 more die. Pork chops. Had my first shot with 42. Would have resented them if you had them earlier. Fair enough. Everyone's different. At 40, it was like a lot of. It wasn't easy. Let me put it like that. I mean, Barles is defending this location like a boss right now. But his army numbers are growing smaller. I don't know what he keeps trying to accomplish on the other side of the map with these Coustelier run-bys. Save your heavy hitters. Yeah, there's always exceptions to every rule. I mean, now he's just kind of sitting there taking it. What is MbL doing now? He's engaged here to the north with Obuchs. I still don't see a single light cavalry unit on the menu for our Pole. Damn you, full work in your aura, says Barles. MbL's at 180 population. Oh, he's picking off the bombard cannons who are stuck. This is where Red Phosphorus pathing would have come in very handy. And there it is. Out of the only stable that he has, he is researching winged hussars. Tell me he's gotten more stables. Oh my god, he's gotten a second stable, ladies and gentlemen. Our Pole is about to start the world's weakest spam of light cavalry units. Ooh, does he not see these? Ooh, he doesn't see these villagers. Lucky, lucky lumberjacks. Obuch's working away to the back here. Now he's going up to skirmishers as our Pole. Okay. When all else fails, throw the javelin, I guess. And here we go. So he was just waiting for the wood. So that makes sense why he's not replacing his Arbalesters, why he's going cheaper kind of skirmishers here. He's spending all of his wood right now. MbL has no wood at all. He is spending all of it on infrastructure. 66 villagers on food. Oh, in the blink of an eye. It melts. Charge attacks, by the way, unlike ignoring armor of the Lechai and the composite bowmen, they apply to siege units. That's why that Treb melted so quickly. But now Barles is going to see. This would be a good time to call the Flemish Revolution. He does not have the resources for it. And I don't know what MbL is expecting with this. Maybe just to clear up population room? Oh, he doesn't really need to. Ooh, he's replying to Winged Hussars with light cavalry as Barles. Is he going to go after another Treb snipe? Oh, he's going through a body blocking whole army. It's going to fall. It's going to fall. It falls. Barles is holding on. He's only down 6 villagers, but army count, he's down half. Okay. Rear attack is over. Ooh, I don't know what this is. The point of this is so far away from MbL's base, but I like it. And in come the Winged Hussars. Pole Hussars are a lot better, yes, Jai Kumar. Not only do they attack on a base of a 9 compared to a Hussar base of a 7, they also do trample damage. And it's pretty damn good trample damage. I believe it's 33% within a half tile radius. Oh, and they busted into Barles' base. Now, Burgundian Hussars, on the other hand, are absolute dog shit. Because they do not get bloodlines. And wow. Well, there you go. Have we ever seen the Flemish Revolution? Unfortunately not. Not yet. The Hera special, I mean, yeah. First of all, it's a beautiful unit. The only thing wrong with the Pole Winged Hussar is that they don't get the last armor upgrade. And so they're very susceptible to ranged units. But aside from that, like I said, base attack, I'll actually just compare them one right next to the other. Base attack of a 7 compared to a 9. 100 HP compared to, now it's usually 95, not 75. It's 75 because Burgundians don't get bloodlines at the top right of your screen. You'll see it's crossed out. Armor-wise, it's the same, I believe. Oh, no, never mind. They get 1 melee armor. Interesting. I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay, so they actually have better melee armor. And the attack speed 1.9, I think, is the same. Yeah, 1.9. So a little bit more HP, much better attack, melee armor. But like I said, the Pole Winged Hussar does not get the final armor upgrade. Now, the Lithuanian Winged Hussar doesn't get Blast Furnace, so... and doesn't do trample damage, so it's not the greatest of units. It's basically the same as a normal Hussar, because it attacks on an 11. And now we're going to end the night. We're going to look at the resources, the stats, and then I'm going to do Cat's Mongol Military Command, and we're going to end it. Abdurrahman, I'm hoping I'll stream tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. It always depends on the baby and how exhausted I am. Obos de Coustelier is fantastic. Arbalesters 91, hand cannoneers. And it looked like for a little while our Burgundian was holding the center quite nicely, but then the switch from MbL to light cavalry. Wow. 14,000 more resources. Almost 20% bigger economy, even though our Burgundian had relics. And remember, for the Burgundian, the relics also generate food. So it did give him a little boost in food. 1 conversion, 25 raisings to 13, 15. Not the end of the world. Kill counts, villagers very similar. Our Burgundian killed a lot more. Not hard when you're killing skirmishers versus Cousteliers. Did he see? Yeah, that's true. The Winged Hussars have also a better bonus against monks too, right? Instead of 10, it's 14. And they also have gunpowder plus 4. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. All right, so we're going to end the night with a point redemption by none other than Cat. And we are looking... But again, Cat, I'm hoping it's not a yelling one, because I don't know that I'll be able to yell. And I'm assuming because it's Mongols, it's going to be yelling. Mongols military attack 3. Let's see. Oh, Cat.
Mitle route 3. Mitle route 3. Mitle.
Mitle.
Mitle route 3.
Mitle Gustri. Is it an R at the end? Gustri or Gustii?
Mitle Gustri.
It kind of sounds like there's an R in there.
Mitle Gustri.
Mitle Gustri. Midlie Gustri. That wasn't too bad.
Mitle Gustri.
Mitle Gustri. That wasn't too bad at all. Awesome. I'm glad I wasn't a yelling one, Cat. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining. And on that silly note, we will end the stream. Have a fantastic night, everybody. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. Cat, thank you so much for all the subs you gave out on Twitch. I really appreciate it. You made sure it was a good one. BS Kaya, first time chatter. Thank you so much. I should probably close these ads, right, on the channel. I don't know what the hell they're showing or what they're promoting. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it, and hopefully back tomorrow night. But like I said, much depends on the idle villager than me. More depends on the idle villager than me. But for now, everyone, thank you so much, and let's raid somebody on Twitch. Ooh, let's raid Tombs TV. He was the first person who ever raided me. So let's raid him right back. And if you're watching, user, the channel is intended for mature audiences. BS Kaya, thank you so much for becoming a follower. And there we go. All right, have a fantastic night, everybody. Take care.